Started.
Let's get ready to rumble.
All right. Well, looks like we're up and live. And my phone is silenced.
Of course.
Guess we should probably do that, I guess. All right. People are just sitting down, and we're getting ready to start up some Modern, guys.
It's time. It's time for a wonderful evening of the wonderful world of Modern.
It feels like that time.
All right, what do we got going on here?
I don't know. Let's see who we have.
I believe that Tyler is in the
Tyler
blue.
Tyler on Hollow one?
Yes, yep.
Whoa, they're not 1-1. That's a quick start.
It is round one.
It is round one. I remember to update that. Tyler. Should I do Tyler B? Since we have two Tylers.
Yeah. And I think that it's a Tyler on Tyler matchup.
Oh, it is.
I am fairly certain that that is Tyler on Ad Nauseam.
Okay.
And it is going to be a battle of the Tyler Titans.
Whoa.
These guys are going to battle it out to see who the best Tyler is.
I vote on Ad Naus on this matchup. Where do you vote? Tyler doesn't...
I don't think that Hollow One can kill Ad Naus very quickly.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And I don't think that the interaction is really there in the beginning. Because, I mean, like, once he gets this looks very tough, at least pre-sideboard.
I mean, let's put it this way. If Ad Naus stumbles, Hollow One's gonna punish.
Totally. And Hollow One can play two Hollow Ones on turn one and then still kill you really fast, and faster than Ad Naus can go off sometimes. So last Friday I played Modern. My opponent played two Hollow Ones on turn one, and I won. Were you playing
Dredge?
Yeah. My goodness gracious!
I just played some Sneak Beat Imps.
Cast them. Yeah. Well, that'll do it.
And since I was on the play, I was able to get there. Just took one big hit and see, beatable.
That's true. Sometimes that's all you got to do.
8 power on turn one's not too hard.
All right, here's a bloom.
Yep. That's where we want to start.
That is exactly where we want to start.
And we've got a Temple of Enlightenment, I believe.
That is true. Exactly correct. Top. Okay. Well, if you're playing Ad Nauseam against Hollow One, this is probably where you want to be.
I would say this is the perfect start.
Yeah, definitely pretty good.
I mean, if a Pentad Prism comes down on turn 2,
yeah,
like what he's got a Serum Visions. Looks like his hand's pretty good. He's got a couple draw spells in there. And let's see what Tyler can do on turn 1. So this is probably going to be it, right? We don't want to discard a ton of stuff on the turn that we get the flame whatever adept.
Yeah, flame blade. Yeah, flame blade. Most definitely, man. I think that also like flame blade on 1 is fine. Like it's really good. I mean, especially because if you're trying to get a bunch of discards going like later on, then he's going to be big.
I mean, we see a Flamewake Phoenix. There's also a Hollow One. There is also a Bloodghast. If he has a second land and he can fire off the Goblin Lord that's in his hand, then we're gonna see some good things happen for him.
Yeah, and I don't know if I see the land. Does he see? Does he have
I see 2 Flame Blade Adepts
and a Hollow One. Yeah, that I saw. Yep.
I don't think I see a land. So here's the second Scry land for the Ad Naus player. So I want to call them Tyler, but Tyler doesn't do anything.
Oh, Serum Visions. I think he scribed both of those cards to the bottom.
And then he scribed.
Well, he had a Faithless Looting, so I guess that makes sense why he kept a 1-lander. But did he find one? I don't think he found one.
Bloodghast. Haven't found a second land. And he just passes. You discard 2 Bloodghasts and you pass.
But on the other hand, if he finds this land on this turn 3, that's going to be a little bit of a different story. He's going to get both those Bloodghasts back, and he's going to be able to do some stuff. Oh, a Rose.
This is Bryce. What's up, Bryce?
Yo, Bryce.
Is our mic not working? I'm confused.
I am confused.
Hopefully everything's working. That's not usually what he says. He comes in and says, hi, hello, everybody. But this time he's like, hello with a question mark.
Do people exist?
I'll ask him.
Well, he found it. Found a Blackweave Clips. Here's a guy. Oh, double. Oh my gosh. Double addicts.
Yep, double adept plus the
So
land.
here's the thing, like, is he dead?
Next turn is the Goblin Lord turn.
Right, but what I'm saying is he dead? Is he dead here?
Probably. I think that was a Phyrexian on life that just came off the top. So yeah, I would.
Oh, well, I don't know. No land drop either.
Well, this gives him a turn, no matter what.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
I mean, he can go down to 0 here. That's fine.
That is true.
Yep. Here's the Goblin Lore. So this is going to be a total. 2, 4. He's discarding 3 cards.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So that's +9 to the current board state.
But yeah, I mean, this Unlight is going to make it so.
Plus whatever
cards he has in his hand.
Street Wraiths.
True.
/ land plus Faithless Looting. There's a lot of things that you can find here.
That is true.
And he discarded a bunch of garbage. Actually, there were 2 lands in there, so I think there's a pretty high chance that Tyler does not have another land after that.
Yeah, that would definitely.
He randomly discarded 2 of the lands he drew drew this turn.
Mm-hmm. There's a hollow one. It doesn't really matter. I mean, if he has Adnaz, if Tyler has Adnaz.
So this did kill. It.
No, it would have been lethal. Absolutely.
Yeah, it would have been lethal without the Phyrexian on life. But here's the Adnaz, and that's the game.
Yeah. And I think that this is kind of what we're afraid of in this matchup if we're playing Hollow One, right? Like, we saw a Lotus Bloom on 1.
Yep.
And then that was lethal.
The big thing here is like if Tyler hadn't missed that second land drop for the 1 turn, he probably gets this game.
That's a good point.
There was enough damage there, so
that is a good point.
1 stumble and the game goes to the Adnaz player.
Yeah.
Let's see if anybody's on our second table. Nobody's there. That's
just 1 feature match.
It's not how it's supposed to work.
1 feature match. Yeah, I think after. Okay, so what are we getting here from Hollow One out of the sideboard? What's really going to be good against Ad Nauseam? I mean, you got to be a little bit quicker, or you have to have some disruption, which is kind of. That was a fast hand game. That was a fast hand by Hollow One there. You know what I mean?
Ridiculously fast.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's still, but I think you're right. Like that land drop would have gotten those blood gas back a turn sooner.
Yes,
it would have put at least 3 more points of damage on the board.
If he had hit the land, he would have been able to Faithless Looting, put both blood gas, play land, play Hollow One.
Yeah.
So
yeah, would have been big.
I think he would have had lethal 1 turn earlier, which that's before the Unlife would have come down.
Yeah.
Lethal on his turn 3. It's kind of fast.
Or was that his turn 4? Because Tyler missed a land drop. Ad Nauseam missed a land drop, right?
I don't think he did.
Yeah, he did. I think on his turn 4.
Oh, maybe he did.
I think he missed a land drop. Because he just went 3 into Unlife. Or was that on his turn 3?
I think it was his turn 3.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure. Well, wait. It's a suspend 3 on. So it was turn 4.
Oh yeah. Because the bloom comes down on turn 4. What a funny card.
Oh, Lotus Bloom?
Yeah.
Why?
It's just like a perfect example of like modern. You know what I mean? Like you can have this, but you have to wait a significantly fair amount of time to have
this is Wizards' version of teaching people how to be patient.
Exactly, man.
Your parents failed, so here
they're like, look, they're like, look, you want a Black Lotus? We'll give it to you, but Black Lotus. We're not just gonna give you the card.
It's not gonna be what you want. It's gonna be the Black Lotus you deserve.
Exactly, man. It's not what the people want, but it's what they deserve. I like that, man. I think that's exactly what they were thinking.
I've seen that sucker get played on turn 1, and prime times come down, and that's also extremely scary.
That's true. Okay, well, Tyler, do you have a better hand this time? And he's on the play.
Well, if he has a Street Wraith and some hollowed ones, that would I think that'd be the most ideal. But
yeah,
I don't think he does.
Is he a Gurmag Angler? Yeah, that's what he's getting rid of.
That was not a good Faithless Looting.
No, not really. Looks like he has another in hand.
Okay,
and
he
a
doesn't
land?
He doesn't.
Yeah, Stomping Ground.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, let's see if we see the suspend.
Darkslick Shores into Serum Visions.
Okay. Well, that's pretty good for Hollow One.
Yeah, no bloom on turn 1 seems like a thing.
I think you're so scared of that card, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have to be, because you're never killing him before it comes down.
No,
rarely.
This hand seems so much slower for Hollow One.
Definitely.
And it's slower for Ad Nauseam as well.
And I think that in that race,
Ad
Nauseam wins 100%.
I think so. But we'll see what you can find. It looks
this
like
might be the dream matchup for Ad Nauseam.
Maybe.
Like pretty
not a lot of
on
interaction.
paper.
This is kind of like a hyper aggressive deck.
Yeah,
right?
and the deck's fallen off a little bit recently.
Yeah.
Like, there's faster combo decks than it now. KCI is just run rampant on it. Well, so are we gonna get? Okay, this is with our Faithless Looting. So he discards the Stomping Ground. Does he have another Gurmag Angler?
Looks that way.
Okay. Well, this is a clock.
So he'll leave one Faithless Looting in the graveyard. And
I don't hate it. Okay.
I kind of do hate it. I don't think anything's happening right now. So there's Tyler. Okay, Hollow One has a Blood Moon in hand, and he does have a third land. However, there's a basic Lens.
But
and
I mean,
the pedals should be able to get it.
The pedal did come down. Yeah.
So here we go. Phyrexian on Life can now be cast off of their lands. So
yeah, I think the Blood Moon's definitely coming right here.
Yes, it is.
Basic Swamp and the Blood Moon.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, I think that's what you got to do. I mean, it's pretty big.
One of his swamps is in exile.
Oh my!
He only has one. He only has one,
dude. Oh, that is not good.
He shouldn't have discarded it.
Mm.
Okay, so now he's gonna lock himself off of black.
Yeah, so now it gets scary, right? So let's remember what's in his hand. He's going for it. I don't think he has anything else.
Nope. Blood Moon and 5 damage. Here we go.
Oh, it's 4 turns. Let's do this, big fish. It's gonna be funny. I mean,
but if there's a Phyrexian on Life and it adds 2 more turns to that clock, like
that's true.
This just does not.
Because
what good?
Yeah, Angler isn't going to. Well, we can't. We're off of Unlife right now.
Yes, but what?
Right, because of the Blood Moon.
No, he has a basic Plains.
Oh, I didn't see. That's a Grand Prix Plains.
Yeah.
Well, there it is.
There's the Phyrexian on Life.
Yeah, well, you're right. Yeah, now we're in trouble. Yeah, and I don't think that there's a way.
Once this pedal goes off, if there's an Adnaz, which I believe there's one in his hand, the game should end.
Absolutely. Flashback loading.
It's not going to help, though, you know?
No, I don't think so.
He can't even get the hollowed one into play from... Oh, no, he can. Okay, he found a land. Yep, tap for red. There's a hollow one. All right.
Okay.
The clock's there.
But is it even that much faster? Because all he really needs to do is make sure we can get this mana, right? To get this Adnaz off. So that's 2 more turns.
Yeah, next turn. So he drops to 1, and then
that's true.
He should be able to go
off
off
and then he should be able to just win. Yeah, even with Is that 10?
Yeah, he's at 10.
Okay.
He's been hit twice by the Gurmag.
This looks pretty awkward for Hollow One.
He's looking at his engineered explosives like, what do I do? Well,
you could cast it for 1.
You cast it on 2.
Oh, you could cast it on 2, right? I keep forgetting about this basic plans.
Yeah, cast another Phyrexian Life. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm not doing anything till next turn. So
that's true.
Here's the Rubbins.
Yeah, right. I think
that's
what he's going for. Yeah. I mean, I'm not doing anything else, right?
Yeah. It doesn't actually do anything having 2 of them, right?
No.
Okay. So this is on 1. Engineered
explosive. Is that just something to do? Is do you think you just want something to do?
Yeah.
What's this EE on 1 gonna do?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I guess there's a creature that costs 1. The Flame Blade Adept.
Sure. That's true. All right, well, we're coming in here for
he goes to
9, 10, 11, so he does go to 1.
He goes to -1.
Yeah.
Yeah. -1.
And then 0, untap ad nauseum and it's done.
Yeah, 0 infect now. So next turn, Hollow One wins.
Yes.
Unless ad nauseum does its thing, which
yes.
I believe it will.
I don't think that it's not going to right here.
All right, let's crack our Black Lotus.
Yep.
Now that
we were patient for our Black Lotus, and now we play ad nauseum and lose. Oh my gosh! Cycle.
Right.
What's the outcome here?
Nice. Yep. All right, ad nauseum will take this one 2-0.
Well, my goodness gracious, that was pretty easy.
You don't even have a back-end match.
Kind of like what we were talking about, though. I think that that's just kind of an awkward matchup for Hollow One.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, it's kind of a race to the finish, which I think a lot of matchups in Modern are a race to the finish. It's kind of lame. Most of the interaction comes out of the sideboard, as we saw. Look at what we're seeing come out of the sideboard. It's like, what's the turnout? About 10 people. It's pretty small during the holiday weekend.
What up, Dom? Young Dom. Yeah, I agree. I agree, man. I think that's kind of the way that the format is designed. It's just like, I mean, it's a sideboard format. It's very heavy sideboard format.
Right.
But that's just because of all the degenerate decks. You know what I mean? There's so many degenerate decks in the format that you have to like slot in the specific amount of sideboard cards for, or else you'll just lose. Like if you play them, and so
I mean, there are decks that have a lot of interaction. For instance, I feel like Humans actually has a ton.
Bant Spirits is more popular than it's ever been, and it's got a ton of interaction, which is why I play the deck. Like, it's just really good.
That deck's great.
And Humans, like you said, 100%. I think both those decks are doing very similar things.
They are.
And so there's a reason why those decks are so popular, because the rest of the decks
they can say no.
Degenerate. Right. They can say no, and some of these decks can't, right?
Yes.
You know, and it's funny because like everybody's gonna play Burn all the time, but like Burn sometimes can't even make it against ad nauseum. You can't even get there against ad nauseum, you know what I mean? And so it's just kind of funny.
I mean, if they have the pedal, then Burn should not be able to beat ad nauseum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, I feel like Burn should.
Yeah, and Burn and Hollow One are both quick decks. Like they can both get out there and do a bunch of damage like super fast. But yeah, that was an interesting round. Seemed pretty just like. Sometimes ad nauseum just does its thing, you know. Like sometimes you're just playing cards and then you win on turn 4. Right?
I mean, I honestly don't think that. The Adnaz wins that particular game if they didn't find the pedal on turn 2. They drew it. Yeah. It was not in their opener.
Yeah, that is true. Ripped it right off the top. Well, there was a scry with the Serum Visions. So Dark Slick into Serum Visions. Right, and he found because he ripped it right off.
But without the turn 1, and he still got there. It's pretty impressive.
That is. Yeah. I mean, but you were saying the clunky start from Hollow One was definitely awkward.
Oh, it was terrible.
You know, it wasn't very good.
He spent the first. What did he do?
Faithless Looting on 1, Faithless Looting on 2.
Did he play Gurmag Ingvar on 2?
I don't think he played a Gurmag on 2 because I remember him Faithless Looting back to back. And I was like, okay, because he cast a Faithless Looting, we thought that it wasn't very good. And then on the second turn, he cast another Faithless Looting, which made me kind of be like, well, okay, like I guess Faithless Looting on 1 wasn't too bad because of like the second Faithless Looting, but like I said, I think that's a very difficult match to win. Like,
it is.
It's just tough for Hollow One, like even on the play and like we even saw Blood Moon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the goal. You know, that's what's coming out of the sideboard.
Blood Moon is a really, really good card against Adnos. It really is.
Totally.
But a lot of times turn 3 can actually be too late, especially where he had a basic.
That's what I was gonna say. He got really unlucky with the fact that his opponent had that basic plan.
Yes.
Just because
if it wasn't a basic, he probably wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not casting the Unlife there.
He has to use the pedal to Unlife.
Yeah. And then you can't cast Adnos. You're never going to dream about casting Adnos.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
Does he play?
I think he got a
swamp.
No, I doubt it.
It's
double black, isn't it? Adnos?
No.
Oh, it's only one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's possible. They might have one of each basic in their deck.
Nah. If it's only one, I was for some reason thinking it was 2. So if it's only one, that would make sense that they have a basic plan or a basic swamp. But yeah, just the fact that Plains was there was really unlucky by that for that Hollow One player for sure, 100%.
Should I go find somebody to jump on?
Should we? Why not? I mean, is it super inconvenient? So did you play Ultimate Masters, man?
I got to play once.
Yeah?
It didn't go very well, but it was fun.
Sick polls or no?
Yeah, I got a tower.
Sweet.
A back to basics, Golgari, Grave Troll, and a Life from the Loam.
Well, that's chill.
In my pool.
Oh, nice. You did a sealed?
Yeah, so I just did one sealed. Oh, no, yeah, I did open a box, which it gave me just enough to get the cards I wanted.
Yeah?
I had all I wanted from the whole set was 2 of the box toppers.
Uh-huh.
And I used the stuff from my box and traded it to get my 2 box toppers.
Nice.
So I got Reanimate and I got Demonic Tutor for my cube.
The Demonic Tutor is really cool art. The box
really
topper.
like it. Yep.
Did you get any sweet box toppers in your box?
I got I have engineer exclusives.
Oh, sweet. Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
Yep.
Yeah, so, I didn't play at all.
That's
I was overseas, and so I didn't play online either because it was kind of expensive online. It was kind of expensive in real life, but I mean,
yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I like all the graveyard shenanigans. So
yeah, I'm not familiar with the limited format at all. Like, is it crazy? Yeah, lots of graveyard. Well, that's cool.
Yep.
Because you guys did a couple of seals here, right?
Yeah, we did.
Cool.
We did. I only did the PPTQ, which my tournament kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Lost my first and third round. I was just like,
well, what are we doing? Yeah. I hear that.
It happens. Well, my deck had nothing really big about it. I had some good dredge cards, but nothing really, no payoff.
Because you had the Loam and the Troll.
That seems and I had a Thug as well, but I didn't. But I didn't have any. I didn't have any like Imperial Rights or like. Yeah. I didn't have any cards to pay off of the milling. So yeah, it was just kind of a weird deck.
Well, that's limited, man.
Yep. That is limited. Yeah. Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Dirtle around until somebody plays a bomb.
Well, that's true. Have they given us more spoilers? I haven't looked at them. Maybe we can look at some of those.
Oh yeah.
In downtime.
I think that there are definitely some.
Oh, the only new one from the last time I looked was Absorb.
Oh, I'll tell you what though, man. That Gruul. How about the Gruul? What is he, a 4/4?
Yeah, he's insane.
That card is insane, man. I definitely think that it is.
It is.
I haven't even read the text, so he's a 3-mana 3/3, right? Or is he a 4/4?
So
he gets a counter, right?
Only like you choose. So here, let me find him. This guy.
Oh, it's rare. Wow. Okay. So he either has haste or gets a counter.
Yeah, but when it's your turn, he has hexproof.
And he just randomly has trample. Why does this card have so much text on it? This card's crazy.
It's
man.
Pretty powerful. Like I mean, there are going to be times where a 3/3 trample with hexproof is just going to be insane from the get-go.
True.
The turn you play it, it can't be touched. So
yeah,
here comes 3 damage. Reminds me a little of Boggart Ram Gang back in Shadowmoor.
Yeah.
Except this one has the ability to
be a 4/4.
Be a 4/4.
Right.
I
mean a 3/3 trample for 3 is good.
It's fine.
A 3/3 trample, like without the riot text, this card is great. Without the riot text, right? I mean
3/3 trample haste for 3.
And it has hexproof on your turn?
Or a 4/4 trample hexproof on your turn.
Crazy.
Good. Yeah, the people are comparing it to Fnatic. Here's the difference though, is like Fnatic gave your opponent the choice.
Exactly.
Cards that give your opponent the choice are
not as good.
Not usually good cards.
True.
There are a couple exceptions, but yeah, this guy seems wonderful.
Yeah. Super crazy card.
Do you think he sees playing Zoo? Is Zoo a thing that could use something like this?
I doubt it, man.
I
think that this card is going to be big in Standard.
Yes.
But I don't know if it's going to be big in any other format. I don't know if it can make it. Maybe. Could be. I mean, the thing is like Zoo's playing 1 mana 3/3s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this is a haste curve topper.
That's true. He does come out as a 4/4. And he has trample, which is a big deal as well. Mm-hmm. So yeah. It might be the case. I'm not super familiar with the world of Zoo.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I mean, I played against it a lot when it was good, but it hasn't been good for a long time, so I don't really know how it's positioned.
Exactly right. Yeah. I think this emergency powers card's kind of crazy.
It is crazy.
I think that the fact that it's an instant though, and it has what is this? Addendum. Right? Is kind of interesting.
This keyword is powerful. It's pretty darn good.
I think so. Yeah. I mean,
well, yeah. you realize that you can only put this ability on something that has flash, or if it's an instant.
I guess that's a good point. Yeah.
So you're gonna see this ability on everything that's.
Yeah.
It's already
an instant.
A good card.
Yeah. Well,
maybe not necessarily a good card, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And absorb. So this is. Where was absorb printed last? Planar.
It reminds me kind of
block? Invasion block. I mean.
I didn't even know it was a reprint. I was gonna say it reminds me kind of Render Silent, right? I think Render Silent was double white, 1 blue.
Yeah,
counter, and they can't cast spells anymore or something like that.
Let's take a look. There we go.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Invasion.
Man, they should have just done the same art. That art is sweet.
Yeah, it is cool.
Ta-da. Sure. Oh, the new art's pretty cool.
It's fine. They had to make a huge Azuria symbol right here.
Right. Well, they're trying to push the guilds, man.
Yeah, they always do.
I don't blame them. Sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, absorb. Blah. Okay. Like, is this even so much better than cancel?
No.
Yeah, right. Like
3 life matters. Let's be real.
Sure.
Like if you're gonna have a counter, this is like a standard thing, though. This is
totally. Oh, of course.
In Modern.
No, absolutely not.
Never ever in a million years.
Absolutely not. I don't think any of the cards we've seen so far, like even
this will see
Bedeviled. You think so? What's gonna play it?
Jund.
I know, but Jund's already playing like Trophy and Abrupt Decay and Maelstrom Pulse. So do you think that they're really gonna want to squeeze it in?
I honestly think that this takes the 1-up spot of Maelstrom Pulse.
Huh.
The instant speed is better, and it misses enchantment, but I don't think most of the time you need to hit enchantment.
Can't get it can definitely get a planeswalker. Yeah, that's a good point.
It only misses enchantment. I don't know. Maybe I think the card's great.
I think it's good, and I think it's flavorful.
I'd be
sweet.
I don't think it's going to see a lot of play in Modern. It's just like Assassin's Trophy. How people were freaking out how good Assassin's Trophy is, but really when you get down to it. It's just a removal spell. It'll never be better than a 1-for-1. It'll never be better than that.
I don't think so, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and sometimes it's even worse because it's not a 1-for-1 like your opponent's getting a land, right? And
it can matter.
Yeah.
Most of the time it won't. But the Devil, I feel the same way. It's super versatile. It's a great removal spell. Mm-hmm. When you're in the colors, I think that people will be able to use it. But when it all comes down to it, it's just a 1-for-1 removal spell.
True.
You know?
And here's the thing, like, is a 1-for-1 in the format of Modern, is a 1-for-1 removal spell really worth, like, with Jund, like, shocking a bunch to get these colors? You know what I mean? Because you're probably gonna have to end up. You can play a Raging Ravine, I guess.
This is not. No, you have 4 Blackleaf Cliffs. You're usually shocking the first 3 turns at least once anyway.
I guess that's true.
I don't think that the deck would have any issue playing this unless you wanted to fetch for your 1 or 2 of basic forest.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly,
I guess you're not doing that.
Now that you've mentioned it, I feel like Maelstrom Pulse might actually just be better than this card.
It can get an enchantment, and sometimes enchantments are a big deal.
It can get an enchantment, but sometimes it actually is more than a 1-for-1, and that's
that's true.
That potential might be better than what this card is.
Yeah, sometimes it can wipe out like a bunch of tokens, or like yeah, definitely. I mean, the Devil is an instant, which is always good, always cool. But yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
I mean, I first saw it and I was going, oh man, this is going in cube, and then I looked more and I was like, do I need to take out Dreadbore?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is this card that much better than a Dreadbore or a Terminate?
Exactly.
It's just Dreadbore and Terminate combined for 1 more mana.
And that's what I've been hearing, right? Is like, is it better? Like, because Jund, like, I listened to a few podcasts where like this exact same thing got brought up, and Jund got brought up, and a lot of people were just saying, well, they just like Maelstrom Pulse, Abrupt Decay, Dreadbore. People are playing Dreadbore and stuff, and that's one less mana.
We have Abrupt Decay, we have Assassin's Trophy, and we have Maelstrom Pulse. You know, like we don't even need red that much anymore. It's pretty much just for K Command, Bloodbraid Elf, and Lightning Bolt.
100%.
Which is plenty. Like, that's a lot of red.
That's a bit of red, right? And I think
worth playing at least.
I mean, Lightning Bolt is just so big in that deck.
It's amazing.
It's really good.
I remember when Fatal Push got printed and people were like, we don't need Lightning Bolt anymore. I just wanted to slap everybody and be like, excuse me? What do you mean you don't need Lightning Bolt?
Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah, and I think paired together is just like is incredible, man.
Yeah. I mean, I think my Jund deck is 4 Lightning Bolt and 1 or 2 Fatal Push.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really
good.
Do
you play Bloodbraid Elf?
Yeah, 4.
Of course. See, so that's the reason why I like those, like Maelstrom Pulse, right? Yeah. And cards like that, like, because Bloodbraid Elf is awesome, man. Really good card.
And we've got the Afterlife cards.
So, do we think Aristocrats is going to come back? It seems like the fans want it. They've been wanting it back.
I mean, that's pretty much what this is.
Exactly. Yeah, you get a 1/1. Exactly.
But the thing is, we haven't seen a sack outlet yet.
Yep.
And like, I want to see a payoff. Like, why do I want all these creatures? Why do I want these creatures to die? Maybe. And what in Modern, the only one I can think of is like Evolutionary Leap.
Will return to the ranks. It's not like a sack outlet like you're talking about, but like if you can find the sack outlet and get these cards back, like in the graveyard, like maybe a return to the ranks reprint. Yeah. I think that'd be kind of.
We haven't seen any Afterlife 2 or Afterlife 3 cards.
True.
I'm interested in seeing like how much of that we get, and maybe it makes something like Evolutionary Leap super viable in Modern.
That would be sick. Yeah, because then you could just sack up, like you could have one creature to just plan all of your leaps on, right? Because if you get if it has Afterlife more, I would assume that if you have a bigger Afterlife, your mana cost has got to be much bigger though, right?
Right.
Not assume so at least.
And we've talked about Lavinia quite a bit.
Lavinia's sick. I think that in Modern, she's definitely gonna have play.
She'll be in the Humans deck.
Yeah,
maybe in this, like, I see her in the sideboard of Humans and in the sideboard of the blue-white control decks.
And just for Tron, or I guess
for Tron, what else does she hit pretty hard?
Storm. She can get Storm because of like Barals, right? Like, I guess.
No, they can wait.
That's true.
All they have to do is wait till they have 4 mana, and they can.
Yeah. You get Gifts Ungiven, and then
I guess 5.
Pass and Flames.
Yeah, you just need to be able to cast Pass and Flames. Which is 4, right?
Yes.
So you just need 4 lands.
The flashback is 5. Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't matter though.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I think that the funny thing is that the Wizards prints these cards, and then everybody's like, "Oh, finally! Like the death of Tron." Like, it's gonna kill Tron.
This doesn't kill Tron.
And the thing is like, it is good.
It is.
It is going to be good against Tron. It'll stop their turn 3 cards, right? Even on the draw, which is a big deal.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's a 2/2, exactly. Yeah, and so, but still, there's sometimes where you just play
There are going to be times where you cast this card, and it is a 2-mana 2/2.
Sure. Yeah.
And man, I don't know. Like in Modern, how many spells are actually cast for 0?
Oh, none.
Okay, so like Affinity is the only deck that actually does that. And
True.
I think all those get played on turn 1, and after that they don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So
in the Mox Opal decks, this card probably wouldn't even be very good against the Mox Opal.
It comes in on
decks.
2. Mox Opal comes in on 1. On turn 1. Mm-hmm. So like, I just don't see it relevant there. I think this is just a good against Tron. Is it good against KCI? No, it's not.
No, because the normal.
KCI...
I mean, sometimes it might slow them down by a turn. I've had many KCI opponents play KCI on turn 3 and then win. But still,
I actually think this is pretty decent against KCI. It stops their Mox Opals from they can go back to the hand, but they can't get played again because they get countered.
Sure.
And then they do have to wait until they have 4 lands before they can cast the KCI. They can't use a Mox Opal to get to that.
Sure.
I think this is okay against KCI.
Yeah.
You will see times when this really pushes them off. Most times, I don't think it will. Though.
No, I agree. Yeah, 100%. I think that it's tough because even against like the fast decks, like I mean, I guess it might have been okay against that KCI or that Ad Nauseam match we were just watching.
Right.
But other than that, I don't know. All right. We got some Mortifies, chill.
Yeah, I'm happy to see Mortify. This is mostly just going to be standard, but
still. I haven't seen this.
This card's sweet.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Instant Speed Explore.
Instant Speed Explore. It's gonna be funny if like your opponent it's like your turn 4, right? And then your opponent passes, not expecting a Primeval Titan, and then on your end step you play a Spiral and you get your land and then untap on turn 5 and play your Titan. That seems pretty cool.
Honestly, I think this card's good. At very worst, it's an instant speed cantrip.
True.
That's the worst it gets.
True.
Which seems fine.
I think it's pretty bonkers for standard, most definitely. Like,
yeah,
I think that's pretty crazy. But then again, as far as like maybe if we see like decks that are super big on ramp and things like that, but yeah, Simic Ascendancy. This card looks wonky.
A mess.
Yeah. Too much text on this thing. My goodness gracious.
It's super good in EDH Commander or whatever you want to call it.
Totally. This is a Commander card in a nutshell.
Yes, that's what it is.
100%.
Now, Light Up the Stage is one that I'm kind of excited about, and the reason is
this card seems bonk.
When I first read it, I missed out. I missed something that it said. And so when I first read it, I read exile the top 2 cards of your library. Until the end of your turn. Until the end of your turn, you can play those cards.
Yeah, but it's not like that.
And I'm going, okay, well, like for 1 mana, that's pretty good. But no, it says until the end of your next
turn. Man. Yeah. So the draw 2 for 1.
So you
Seems pretty good.
You get to pay 1 mana or 3, whatever.
Yeah.
But you get to untap. And still have those 2 cards available.
Yeah.
Which
now that gets crazy, right? Like at that point,
it does.
That changes the game so much from what you originally thought it was to what it actually does. Like, and I'm not saying that this card's the best card in the world, out of this world. I'm just saying that like the difference between the 2 of those is pretty significant. It
really is. The other thing is like you can use this to like kind of go for a combo turn if you have a way to deal damage.
Yeah.
Where like 1 mana getting you 2 cards, and the next turn you untap, and all of a sudden you've got access to up to 9 cards. Or
at least 2 additional cards, right? Yeah, absolutely. The one thing about this card, and really about just like this keyword that I can't take seriously, like spectacle, man. It's just like. It's not that I don't like spectacles, right? Like I think spectacles are cool, man. But what I'm saying is like it just rhymes too easily with like another word that I probably shouldn't say on stream. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so like when I look at it, that's the only thing that I think of, you know? And so, like, it's tough for me to take any cards with that keyword on it seriously, because I know when I go to my pre-release, I'm not gonna say spectacle. I'm gonna say the other word, and it's gonna be much funnier and much more fun for everybody involved. Man.
I agree with you.
But yeah, it looks fun. I mean, I always like new sets. New sets are fun. I think that man, remember Fatal Push? That was a card. That was a crazy card that was printed, man. I remember, like, when they spoiled that card, I was like, this is gonna change.
Well,
it's gonna change the game.
I mean, how many times have we seen good one-drop removal? Only a couple times in the entire game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the ones that come to mind are
Path
Lightning Bolt, Path to Exile, and Swords.
Yeah.
So Black didn't have one.
True.
And that's what kind of changed it. I mean, we had things like Tragic Slip.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, some other, like, Innocent Blood.
100%.
Those are as close as we got to good one-drop Black removal spells. It looks like we're getting started.
Oh, okay. That's good. I think that's Tim. So that must mean that Tim beat Glade.
I do think that is what it means. Make sure I get my time right.
Gotta get them times right.
Okay. So we've got Tim and Jacob, and that matchup is going to be a Jeskai mid-range deck, which I can't.
Tim sure does like Teferi, man.
Yeah, he really does. What the?
Yeah, Tim is a big fan of Teferi. 100%. He likes that guy. I like Teferi just as much as the next guy.
What does his opponent play?
I don't know.
Jacob's playing Infect?
Oh.
I haven't seen Infect in a little while. So
it's been making a resurgence just because of the, like, popularity of Tron.
Yep.
Right? Like, Tron has been so scary, and yeah. I think it's an okay matchup for Jeskai. This is pretty much what you don't want to see when you're playing Infect. Sitting down against a red-white based removal deck.
Yeah, like I'm going to put a lot of pressure on your creatures every single turn.
Yeah. There are going to be very rare times.
The deck that when they attack they go, I'll take it.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
All right,
no response.
Yeah.
No response.
Do your thing.
Yeah. As soon as you see, like, it's funny because if you're an Infect player and you see a Celestial Colonnade, you're like, oh, okay, this is chill. But then once you see that first red source, you're like, oh,
you're like,
no,
here come Lightning Helix, and
yeah.
I'm sure there'll be Snapcasters.
Oh, a plethora of snaps, and helixes, and bolts, and
paths,
and everything. Everything to get rid. The only thing.
So how do we sneak in? You know?
The only thing that Infect I feel like wants to see less than Jeskai is like Jund. Jund has a lot of spot removal as well.
Hey, you know what? I've been a Jund player for a long time, and I can honestly say that I have lost to Infect many times.
Really?
It is a good matchup. It's one that, like, when I sit across and they play a turn one Glistener Elf,
yeah.
I'm usually feeling pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But there have been times where, like, I just had a creature heavy hand in game one, and it was creamy, and next thing you know, I just...
Now that makes sense.
I mean, I guess this was back in the day when they had a certain card that let them know that they had the
win.
Yeah.
This black green Infect. Now I'm interested here, man.
Okay, what's going on?
Now I'm much more interested.
That was on our sheet. I just ignored it.
Yeah, I didn't even read that either. Now I think that this is much different story. Turn one Thoughtseize. That's interesting.
Way different. So black, they get another. They get the 1/1 flyer instead of Lighted Agent.
Yeah. Yep.
So instead of unblockable, it's a flyer, and then there's also a 3-drop that's like a Crusader. It's like a
yes.
What is it? it has protection from 2 colors, and it has first strike.
And
3
infect,
mana,
yeah.
2/2 infect.
So he gets rid of the snap with that Thoughtseize, yeah. That's what it looked like. Sulfur Falls. And the passive return. So let's see if Jacob gets down an infect creature here.
That's the goal. He had a
He has a
Glistener
Elf in his hand.
Yeah, I like the
Thoughtseize.
I like the Thoughtseize so much on turn 1 when okay, and there's the Insurance Pendlehaven.
That's true. You got to kind of figure out. Oh,
what the?
Okay, buddy boy. Maybe
right,
he has a black spell.
Dude.
I guess maybe if we pump the Glistener Elf, it still doesn't live through a bolt with the Pendlehaven. But still, I would probably have played it with the Limited
Wouldn't he be taking the bolt if there was a bolt?
No,
did he not?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a remand.
Oh, okay.
That's not how that works.
Uh-oh.
He's like, oh, it's a remand. My bad.
Ugh. Okay, so Vine's in hand.
So he just Alright, so he's just gonna replay. Crumpler, thank you so much for the subscription. Appreciate that, man.
Hey.
Notice at the beginning of the stream, I wasn't appreciative at all towards Bryce.
Yeah.
And now Crumpler gives us the the nod of approval, and I'm like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're like, okay.
Okay, so this opens. So casting Remand here makes sure that Jacob's tapped out so that he can path to exile this.
That was a good play.
Yeah, it's a great play. The only problem is it does put Jacob up on mana early.
True.
I doubt this is going to matter in this matchup.
I think that there's a pretty good chance that maybe he just untaps and has no creature. Man, maybe not a pretty good chance, but there is a chance. I think that's maybe what Tim was thinking.
The only card I've seen in Jacob's hand is an Overgrown Tomb.
And that Vines that he showed.
And the Vines.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not sure what else he has. Well, I assume we'll see if there's a creature. If there's a creature, he's going to cast it.
100%. Gotta cast it. He's got so many cards in his hand. There's no way that he doesn't have a creature, right?
There's not a lot of creatures. I guess Green-Black has access to more
creatures. Oh, but see, there it is.
Yep,
I mean,
now
you just pass, right? And so now you're in a really great position if you're 10.
Yeah, it actually ended up being a great remand, and now that there's no creatures, he can tap out and play Jace,
which is probably just going to lock this up. I don't see how Infect wins.
Absolutely, how do you beat a Jace? Every turn you play a creature, they just go minus.
Yeah,
and if you have something to protect it, then they use one of their removal spells. It's incredible.
Yeah, very good.
And not only that, but they get to brainstorm and find all the removal spells.
So do you tick up and bottom a creature here if you're 10, or do you brainstorm and get money?
100% brainstorm.
Cool.
You haven't used very many Jaces in your day, have you?
Well, I was just thinking. I was just saying. Of course, like brainstorm's going to get you ahead. That's the obvious thought here. But I was just bringing up if there's no creature on the battlefield, right? And so if you plus to maybe bottom another creature, then I mean, what's this Infect deck going to do without creatures, right? And you're going to try to win with Jace, right? No,
but remember what I just barely said is like just the Jace being there, that's already going to take care of the creatures. So why tick up and try to prevent them from getting something you don't care if they have?
Well, I was just saying it might be less about I think I was just saying it was twofold, right? Because if you're going to win with Jace, you got a plus, right?
At some point,
but yeah, you got to make sure you have enough gas.
I will say this though, if an Ink Moth Nexus were up on the top, then we'd be talking about a different story.
Sure.
So because that card Jace isn't going to do.
Yeah, that actually is a very good point. That's a different story. Geist is good. Geist is going to put on a clock here.
Oh yeah, very quick clock.
So yeah, I guess make main board Geist. Sneaky, Tim. That is sneaky. I don't hate it.
He calls it a mid-range deck. It actually plays a couple creatures and it's not trying to like.
Okay.
Go to the end of the earth to win.
Does it play mainboard Spellquellers?
Maybe.
Oh my gosh, I would like that. I'm a fan of Spellqueller.
Guess we're gonna find out.
Okay, so let's see. You need something if you're Jacob here.
Mm-hmm.
You need to find something because right now, yeah,
he backs it up.
At that point,
no creature, and
not much you're gonna do about that.
I like the concession from Jacob a lot.
Yeah. That wasn't going anywhere, that's for sure.
All right, let's check. Oh, look, looks like they're just resolving mulligans, and we're gonna get to see their game too.
Okay.
So this is Vivi and our Adnos player.
Okay.
Tyler Fraser. So
now this is the exact opposite of the matchup that you want to play against as ad nauseum. This is pretty much. I feel like this matchup
KCI?
is I feel like this is totally just like the better version of Adnos as far as if you want to look at combo decks, because KCI goes off on turn 3 and 4 consistently, and Adnos goes off on turn 4 and 5 consistently. I would be willing to bet dollars to pesos that Vivi won this first round, but then again, I'm not sure.
I'm really not either.
Oh,
well, we're gonna see by who goes first here. Start off with a late line seems great.
That seems very good.
No, Adnaz won game 1.
Okay.
Now we're seeing turn 1 Ancient Stirrings.
Now this is if Ad Nauseam took game 1 with a ley line on turn 1. I mean on before his turn 1. That's a pretty big deal.
It is a big deal, and not only that, but on his turn 1 he also has a pedal and a land. So
yeah, I guess we're pretty much cruising here. So how does KCI win through Leyline here?
Engineered explosives.
That's true. Yeah.
On 4.
Man, that's steep.
They can do it, can't they?
No, I believe
they have
so.
they have
Blue,
opals
green, red. Yeah, and they have opals, of course. There's a prism. Oh, this is a good beginning turns for Ad Nauseam here, that's for sure. Here's the opal. So I think that there is a KCI. Alright, so let's see what's going on here. Looks like just another Ichor Wellspring. Draw a card. Okay, pass the turn. Tick down. Unlife probably coming here.
Yep, there's the Unlife, and now we just need the other part of the combo. Oh, negate. Okay. Whoa. Seems good.
Seems good, but
I totally forgot KCI could have negate in the sideboard.
Yeah, I mean, if there's an Angel's Grace.
Tyler's thinking about it going, I think I messed that up.
Yeah.
I only have one more out of this gemstone mine.
Right. And then at that point, you're in trouble. Because now, if there is an Ad Nauseam, you can't cast it.
Close the door.
You can't cast it at this point. So now things have just gotten very awkward for Ad Naus. So now it's going to be interesting. Who finds a Phyrexian Unlife or an Angel's Grace before Vivi can
find an EE for 4?
Yes, exactly.
Can she EE for? She can only do it for 3 right now.
3. Green. Yeah. She right now at the moment.
Yep. Any one color does it.
If there is another Mox Opal in hand,
that
she could technically do it.
Yep. She needs the EE. She also needs the Kirkland
She might
Ironworks.
just play a Scrap Trawler and just start getting beats in for 3. That might be something that she does here.
I mean,
check out
I've seen worse strategies.
Especially if she
if she has like a second negate, and that could be a good plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, Serum Visions, you got it.
Okay.
That resolves.
Draw and scry. Looking for an Angel's Grace or an Unlife.
Serum Visions is going to push through 3 cards. That's
pretty good.
Exactly what he's wanting here.
That's a pretty big deal.
And it looks like he's going to let this Gemstone Mine go to give him a Undead Prism, maybe? Yeah, he should be a 19. Definitely, he's active. He's tapped the City of Brass at least once.
Yeah. More than once, or am I crazy?
Just once. It was his third land.
Okay.
And he only used it for the Pentad Prism. Oh, being wrong.
So he's gonna counter off of that prism to get another prism.
Okay. He just wants to keep his gemstone mine, I guess. It's like the same no matter what way you do it, so
yeah,
I guess it's fine.
That's true. Alright, so are we going to start cracking Mind Stones yet? Or, oh, here's a star. Crack the star.
Okay, if this is another color. I mean, a star can get you the fourth color, so...
That's true. So maybe she doesn't have the EE.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what she's thinking, right? She's got to find it.
EE on 0 seems great. So like EE on like anything.
Yeah.
But 3.
Yeah. So that blue mana actually turns on engineered explosives for 4. She can go blue, green, red, and then a color with the Mox Opal.
I don't think she's found it yet. I think I think this Inventor's Fair is going to find
to get it. Yeah, exactly.
Engineered explosives.
Yep, I think that's coming right here.
You know what?
Scrappy number 2. See,
no,
sometimes you just beat down with Scrappies.
We're going aggro,
and it's no problem. That's now it's 6 damage on the board, right?
Uh-huh.
So now that's a whole nother world. You got to find this Unlife or this Angel's Grace quick, pretty soon.
Did she play Scrap Trawler instead of activating the Inventor's Fair?
I think so, because what is it? 4? It costs 4 to activate Inventor's Fair, right? I believe so.
4 and tap. She could have. Yeah, she had the mana to do that.
Maybe she's just trying to get money with this Scrappy.
I mean, that seems like the game plan to me.
Oh, and the funny thing is that Tyler also has another Leyline in his hand.
I saw
so that ended up being a better plan.
The Scrap Trawler is a way better plan. I mean,
yeah.
Maybe she knows. Maybe she knows that it is.
Could be.
And the City of Brass isn't helping him.
Definitely not, and he's not tapping this gemstone mine because he needs that counter on it. Okay, well, there's Leyline number 2.
I don't like that play at all.
I didn't see what's in Tyler's hand. Like, was there anything else he could have done?
From my perspective, I look at my Leyline and I go, okay, well, the only thing that they're going to have is something that came out of the board to deal with it, or it's going to be Engineered Explosives, and I would bet on Engineered Explosives because that's what the deck does.
True.
So
why play another one?
Why play another one?
No, that makes sense.
Does it play? Do you know if KCI has like Nature's Claims on the side or?
Oh, 100%, I believe.
Nature's Claim. Is that
you gotta have it, yeah.
Because you need to be Rest in Peace, right?
Oh yeah, you need to be Rest in Peace. You need to be Stony Silence. You need to be I'm pretty sure it plays like at least 3 or 4. From what I remember, like people just like sided in after any white based deck. You just side your Nature's Claims in, and then just try not to lose. Because if they stick a Rest in Peace and you don't have any way to get rid of it, you can't win for the most part, unless you're doing what these Scrappies are doing right now and start beating in for 6, which is pretty hard. I'm definitely down with it. Oh, looks like we might have a play here though.
I don't know what it would be
for 2 mana.
Sorry, there's a card I think he has in his hand, and I refuse to say it until I'm sure. Wait, what is that?
He's doing a very good job of hiding. He's keeping his secrets.
Yep. Laboratory Maniac.
So this is
playing it as a blocker.
Yep. So.
I actually
now we
did
crack
see the card,
Inventor's Fair, right? Yeah. Okay. Yep. So this is strange. This is a little bit tough for.
Yeah, this is Vivi's
so we're gonna get the KCI. Yeah, I think that there's gonna be. It's gonna be pretty difficult for Ad Nauseam to win.
You can't kill at the moment, but the thing is you've got 6 damage on the board. All she really needs to do is to use the spell bomb on the laboratory maniac and just put Tyler to 1. Like what? You think Tyler's gonna win next turn? No.
Sure.
Tyler's not gonna win next turn. There's not enough life to Ad Naus for your pieces.
Is that bloom on the top, or that petal on the top? Is it 2 dice?
2. That's what I see.
Okay. So yeah, there isn't a way that he's gonna win this next turn. I don't think.
No, both Pentad Prisms have nothing.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Well, just
Vivi's gonna go here. Here we come. Okay, so here's Retriever. And a star plus star. Gonna sack all 3. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. I think she's gonna just try to draw. Huh. So what she's searching for here? She's
Interesting.
Okay, right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Win game.
That makes sense.
Yep. And she said, "Yep, I'm gonna find Spellbomb and I'm gonna win."
For some reason, my mind was still on engineered explosives.
Well, I mean, engineered explosives made the most sense at that point.
Sure.
But I guess if you can just go infinite and draw your deck.
Yeah, I mean,
then
why not? Yeah, if you can go infinite and draw your deck and you have access to a couple green mana, then. All right, so I wonder if they got there.
I think they're shuffling up for a game 3.
Okay.
So that's. I kind of wish we saw Infect.
I like that. I'm a fan of that.
Do you want to stay? Do you want to stay here, or do you want to get, or do you want to watch? I guess we've already seen Ad Nauseam, huh? Let's watch this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm interested to see what's going on with this black-green deck.
I mean, it picked up a game, so.
Yeah, and like I was saying, it's kind of a.
Does that mean the deck works?
Must, if it went against this bad matchup. Or that's what we're saying, at least. We're thinking it's not the greatest matchup in the world.
Do you play Nobles in a green-black? You have to
think
play
so.
Nobles in... Nobles the best mana door. Do you play any mana
Oh,
decks?
it's really good
Exalted.
for Infect, yeah.
I mean, they're always in Infect because of Exalted, but they also tap for blue, so the card's just great. But now that like the blue doesn't matter, and it doesn't tap for black,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what this list looks like.
I don't think
So
that.
I'm kind of curious.
If I had to guess, I don't think it would.
It seems like a slower and more interactive
Exactly,
version of Infect.
and that's why you play black instead of blue, right? So you can play Thoughtseize and Inquisition if you want,
right? Because you don't have Gataxian Probe anymore. So how are you gonna know the way is clear?
Yeah,
we're gonna play black. We're gonna play some hand hate cards, and we're gonna make sure.
True.
Do you see what Jacob just did right there? He tapped his land
I
before
like
he sacked it.
This guy,
Respect.
Yeah, man. That's real. That's
he knows
real
how his
magic
cards work.
right there, dude. That is real magic. That's funny. I think I might be a little too hipster to tap.
Yeah,
tap my fetch land. Oh, there's the
all right,
answer to the question.
We got our answer.
Okay.
So this is effectively what, like a Llanowar elf with Exalted? That's like kind of what this is.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yep. I guess that has one less power. I don't know. The attacks are the same, so.
Sure is good with Blink Moth though. Feels so good with Blink Moth, you know.
It does.
So let's see what's going on here, because maybe if he goes Blackland, he can get the Crusader down. That's pretty big.
That would be cool. I'm pretty sure the Crusader has pro white. I think it's pro white, pro red.
Yeah,
so that guy's insane.
He is pretty insane, but he's got to get it down.
Sorry, I'm actually gonna try to find the card. Phyrexian Crusader.
Red and
red
white,
pro
yeah.
white. Yep.
Yeah.
3 mana 2/2. First strike. Protection from red and white.
Yeah.
I assume this card is somewhere in the deck. Probably not.
100%.
Probably not very many, but I assume it's there.
I think that it's gotta be at least 3 or 4.
It's
really good.
It can't be killed.
Yeah, once it gets down, especially against this guy.
Against this matchup, if it doesn't get countered, it's there for.
And I mean, let's think about all the removal besides Fatal Push, I guess. Fatal Push can get it.
Not only that, but it first strikes Geist.
That is money.
All right, here we got a Lightning Bolt.
Okay, we killed the Infect guy, the little bug.
Why can't I think of a name?
I don't remember the name of that card. Oh, land drop miss for Tim, and now you're scared.
Yeah,
like if you're Tim right now, you
is there.
You are
land comes
afraid
down
of life.
I see it become immense in hand.
And if there's a
mutagenic growth or two. Okay, there's Glistener Elf. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tim's gotta find some lands and quick.
I feel like Tim will have interaction here. I think he kept the hand because he had 2 or 3 pieces. Now this seems a little crazy to me. This
firing this Blink Moth up.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, you got to crack. Yeah.
So now, if we have a removal spell, then we're feeling pretty good if we're Tim.
Yes, but I guess there is the Glistener Elf to back up, but we just went down a land, unless it's a Path to Exile.
Well, if we have a bolt, so with the Might of Oak on the stack, are we gonna shoot this down? If we have a Lightning Helix, that feels pretty good.
It does, but if there's, well, actually, yeah, this is all before the Exalted, so mutagenic growth isn't going to save the Inkmoth Nexus.
That's a good point.
Okay, yeah, this is just, wow, that seems
just money. That was just straight paper. Now, if Tim untaps here and draws a land, and he has another removal spell in hand, then we're sitting pretty.
I don't necessarily think so. I don't know. Okay, so I see another might have. Okay, there we go. Thoughtseize. Okay. This is perfect.
Yeah, that's exactly what you wanted to be doing right now.
Here comes the path.
Path on the elf in response.
Do we have a Vines?
Nope.
Okay, so he gets a basic.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, do not take a Snapcaster here. Do you take the Dispel?
I think so.
If you take Dispel, then they can just snap back Dispel once they find
That's true. So maybe you just take the Queller?
Probably. Actually, Tim's hand's really good if he finds a blue source.
Yeah. I think that could just take a snap.
Maybe you do take Dispel and just hope that Tim whiffs on lands.
Sure. I think that only 2 cards in Jacob's hand, right? This is definitely not over.
No, not even close. Especially if Jacob doesn't have a creature.
I think that Blink Moth dying was a pretty big deal.
I did not like that play at all.
Yeah. That was a little awkward.
He's going to take the Spell Queller.
Yeah.
Sure. I think that was the best card to take
in this given circumstance.
If Tim finds a land, then I feel like that was the best thing he could have done.
Yeah, 100%. Because then, especially if one of your creatures is going away and it's getting exiled underneath a clock of your opponent's, that's where things get awkward.
Yep, no creature and a land. I think Jacob's dead.
Yeah. How do you win this?
Yeah, he's like, all right, incoming Noble Hierarch. Here we go.
Right, another Noble for 2. 1.
And even the Noble Hierarch is just dead. Like if the Noble Hierarch got close to killing.
Oh yeah. If you went for like Become Immense or something like that.
Yeah, there's Path to Exile. There's Lightning Bolt in the graveyard that we can bring back with these Snapcasters. So, yep. Here we go.
And a Dispel as well, just in case. I think that Tim, he'd probably be pretty happy with just drawing another land, right? Because then he could have Dispel plus snap something back. He could snap Dispel. Oh, he's going for it.
I think Jacob was a little too aggressive.
He's going for this Become Immense. Wait a second. Is Tim at 18 or at 10?
He's at 10.
Oh, what's going on here with that?
What? Okay, Dispel Become Immense. Duh.
Inquisition in response to Dispel.
Tim, you need to tap your mana.
Yeah. Gotta pay at least one for that, pal.
As long as he doesn't do anything else, we'll give it a pass. But only because we're nice.
Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
We're kind gentlemen.
We practice.
Well, okay. Now there's nothing going on in Jacob's hand.
No, there's absolutely nothing. Like two Snapcasters is impossible to beat.
I think so, right?
Not without Vines of Vastwood. None of his cards are Vines. He needs to draw Vines first, unless he's patient. But we've seen that he's not.
Yeah.
So for his sake, I believe he would need to find Vines into creature.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward because especially that Blink Moth play.
In fact, I'd even say he needs to find Vines into Ink Moth.
Yeah. Because I mean, he could have kept that. He could have kept that. Because the Blink Moth didn't get pathed, right? It just got bolted. I guess he had the path in his hand though, because he later pathed the Glistener.
Is it turn?
Yeah, I think he's bolting his face.
Didn't he dispel?
He did dispel. We're backing him up. Back it up a little bit. Gotta back up.
We got cheaters going on over here.
Dang, bro. That was a good catch. Nice catch.
I mean, said I'm like, unless he does something with it, and then he does something.
Yeah, right.
Like, Dispel isn't free.
Yeah, you can't. It's not 0 mana.
It's not mental misstep. Settle down.
Yeah. We don't get the luxury of mental misstep.
Nope. I wish we did. I wish it was legal in Modern. I think it'd be sweet.
I don't think it. Do you think it'd tear up the format that much?
Well, I think it would be good.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be amazing.
Yeah.
It would be format defining.
Sure.
People would make card selection choices to beat mental misstep. Fact.
Yeah.
So
I can agree with that, man.
But I don't think it would be an amazing card. Most things are not 1-drops.
Yeah. A lot of things are 1-drops in this format, though.
But doesn't it change the whole aspect of here's my turn 1 bio?
Yeah, or here's my turn 1 Thoughtseize or Inquisition.
Or here's my Noble Hierarch.
Yep.
Or
True.
And I don't even need to be playing blue to just punish you off of it.
Yeah. It's a free spell.
I don't think it would be everywhere, but I think that it would change the entire format.
Fatal Push on the snap. So is this what's going on here? So did they back up? Did Tim untap and then main phase a Snapcaster Mage?
Yes.
Now I'm confused.
Oh yeah. So he cast it and then end step used the flashback.
Okay.
So he attacked. He flashed in Snapcaster.
Oh.
It got fatal pushed.
Okay. No, that makes sense. Nope, there's Blink Moth. Dude, this ain't over. So now, if you're 10, you don't even Snapcaster here because you have to take care of that Blink Moth.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, Alpha Titan. It should be banned. This was not an argument for it to be unbanned.
It would just be something that was like, what happens if mental misstep is unbanned?
That is not something that I was trying to argue.
Yeah, it would definitely be in every deck.
I don't think it'd be in every deck.
If it plays blue?
It would be a format defining card.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would put it in the Spirit's sideboard.
It'd be in every sideboard.
100%. Yeah.
It would definitely be in every sideboard. I don't know about main deck, but yeah, it stops zeros too, doesn't it? Or no, it just stops ones, right?
Yeah, converted mana cost 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it's fantastic.
Might of Old Croza. 90% is the deck.
Yeah. I agree with that. There's a reason it's banned. It is not a healthy card.
It's rude.
But I want to misstep other people's missteps, you know?
I want to misstep Thoughtseize, because I hate that card. And Inquisition.
Yeah, but what if they misstep your misstep when they Thoughtseize? Are you gonna feel bad?
I think that both of us are gonna feel pretty bad because we played 3 cards on like nothing, you know. And like in Legacy, it's different because you're playing Force of Will on a Force of Will, you know what I mean? But like, if I mental misstep your Thoughtseize and you misstep my misstep, then we both kind of just shrug our shoulders and say, okay.
Well, I guess pretty good. Yeah.
That is pretty good though. I guess that you get to get a card from my hand too. So, so here comes. Now Tim's gonna have to figure this out.
Did you draw vines? Please tell me you drew vines.
Well,
there's 4 infect. Did you get 4 infect on? There's a die out.
That's what I'm saying. The last turn there was a Might of Old Croza, and he did get through with the Blink Moth, and you didn't see.
There's still another Snapcaster though, and the Path to Exile is still in the graveyard, and Dispel's available. So I don't.
Yeah, he still has a Snapcaster.
Okay, there's Might. Go play Vintage. Yeah, I don't want to play Vintage.
Have I been calling this Ink Moth the Blink Moth the whole time?
Maybe. I think people know what you mean.
Inky.
Yep, it's Inky.
Inky is cool. So, what's going on here now?
It's getting +4/+4. We're threatening a lot of damage. We're talking 7 infect damage.
So now we have to go for something. But here's the awkward part. Since Tim swung with that Spell Queller, if he does have a Vines,
why did he attack
with Spell Queller?
Spell Queller.
I think he wants to kill him.
Control the game out. You know, like, because if this is Vines, the game ends.
Yeah, that's 100%. So this is lethal, right?
Yes.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to respond here, and then if there's a Vines, it's done.
All right, Tim. I mean, you have one option, right? Like, it's Snapcaster into Path to Exile, and you have to hope it lands. And I think it will. I don't think the last card in Jacob's hands is the Vines.
Is he only have 1 card, or is that 2?
It might be 2.
Okay, well, Tim's looking like he's reaching for all of his mana.
What other option does he have? He has to act. This is lethal.
Yeah, I think that he might be contemplating a Dispel, but I don't know why he would be doing that, because he wants to get rid of...
No, Might of Old Croza's...
a sorcery.
I think it is I think it's technically a sorcery. No, it's an instant. My bad.
It's just if you play it on the main phase, you get...
That's right. That's right.
Oh, so Tim had a Path in hand.
Okay. That was good enough.
So that's he was contemplating if he wanted to snap Path or just regular Path.
Yep.
And you're right. Jacob didn't have the Vines.
I didn't think so. So now he'll get to attack with Noble Hierarch for 2 damage.
Which is exactly where Tim wants him to be, instead of... And that's even next turn, right? So Tim's going to be able to untap. Okay. Fizzled. Yeah, the only thing to do... Oh, But you already attacked.
He didn't attack.
Oh, he didn't. He just went for the... Oh, because he went for the might in the main phase to get +4/+4.
Yeah, Tim should have pathed during after combat. Round 2. I don't know why I'm slacking on my updates, guys.
Numero dos.
Mm-hmm. And now Tim's got to be feeling pretty darn good.
Pretty good.
He has another Snapcaster. He just found his 4th land. He has a clock.
Yep. And it's a pretty quick clock. Jake's only at
4
5.
turns. If there's a bolt, then it's quick.
Well, yes, it's not. I think that's a bolt in the graveyard.
It's in the exile. He used it.
But is
there a second
this
one?
This one right here.
Oh, there might be.
Maybe.
Second one. Okay, Glistener Elf has been found.
Okay, well now things get interesting.
I don't think it does anything. I think this is just gonna get removed by a Snapcaster.
Yeah, I mean, only if Tim didn't see the Vines of the Vastwood earlier, he's definitely not gonna hesitate to just go kill this right now.
No, this card came off the top.
Yeah.
This was the draw.
All right, getting life total squared up. Here comes the Snapcaster on the Lightning Bolt.
Okay.
Bolts the face. Is maybe one more snap in hand or a bolt in hand?
That's an act of confidence right there.
Yeah. Wait, he's not at 7. He's at 5, isn't he? He was at 5? Oh. I thought I saw him take some damage, but he didn't. But he wrote it down and didn't flip it on the board. But maybe I'm crazy.
Looks like they're getting their life totals straightened up. Yeah, it looks like Tim thought he was at 3. I don't think it's gonna matter.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure there was a miss of 2 damage. At least on that. Like, I don't know if maybe I'm crazy.
So he's a 3.
Okay.
Or 4, yeah.
Yeah, I was the crazy one. Okay, well, we draw, swing for 2, lightning bolt.
Yeah, exactly. The burn spell does it, and that'll do.
Huh.
Our other match cleaned up, so
interesting.
You get to hang out with us for 5 more minutes.
It's
a cool match.
That was a cool match. That was fun to watch. I think it's got to be tough for that black green infect deck to win. Yeah, we saw what happened. Like once Tim turned the corner, like there was nothing.
Removal. This is the thing about Snapcaster Mage. It's what sets it apart as one of the best cards, to ever be printed. Is that as you play Magic, the card gets better and better and better because it has more and more options.
Definitely.
You need it to be a counter spell? Well, it can be that.
Yeah.
You need it to be a removal spell? Yeah, it can be that too.
That makes sense, yeah.
Need to draw more cards? Yep, we can do that.
We can do it all.
What else can I do for you, Master?
Yeah, it dipped like a little bit in price after Ultimate and then just like shot right back up. It was like, wait, my bad. It doesn't matter how many times we print this card.
So I had 3 of them, and then I opened up my Master's box, and I got the 4th one, and I was like, nice, I have my playset back.
Yeah,
and then I traded it.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, there's not a lot of decks that play 4 Snapcaster.
No.
I think Modern might be the only format that does.
Yeah, the blue-white
deck does, doesn't it?
You'll see differences. Like previously I've played, I think a lot of main decks nowadays are running 2. And then like I played 3 when I played that deck. But I have tested it with 4 and it's good.
In Tim's deck, it makes sense as a 4-up.
Yeah, because
he has tons of 1-drop removal. Yeah. Like it's good as soon as you have 3 mana, which is when is it ever? You don't typically want to cast it sooner. Yeah. So
totally. Yeah, I think that it's definitely good, but you're right. I only have 3, and I don't really run into many problems.
Yeah,
like in the blue-white deck, it's a little tricky too, just because you don't have helixes and bolts, and like
So I don't think it's really as important. It's pretty.
Yeah,
it's
and
still
it doesn't hit cryptic till you have 6 mana.
6 mana, right? Which is tough. Sometimes you aren't even living till that much in modern. You aren't living to 6 mana. It just doesn't exist sometimes. But I think Snapcaster is one of the best cards, especially especially in this format. It's really good. And it's good in tons of formats. Like
every single time I'm playing against a Snapcaster deck, my mind's going, okay, what is it that they need to stop me from this point? And I think of a card and I go, that card, and then I see one of them in their graveyard and I go,
yeah, exactly.
It's just got worse for me.
Yeah, you're like they always have the snap.
Yep,
it's just like Tron.
And if they don't, then they just like cryptic and draw into it.
Right.
Then they have the snap and then they hit it. And I'm just like, okay,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I feel that same way about Tron. Everybody always has turn 3, and then everybody always has a Karn. Nobody never doesn't have it, you know. And then I play Tron online, and then like I dirtle around for 7 turns, and then cast a Worm Coil and die. And it's terrible, you know. Like, it's like, why can't I get natural Tron? And it's not like these guys are playing spheres or like, you know, ancient stirrings. No, they're just 1, 2, 3. It's done, you know. And there's a Karn, and no problem.
It's easy. You just count to 3, and then you go 7, man. And it works.
Hopefully, Lavinia will save our lives. But I don't have high hopes.
I do not have high hopes in that. Do you play that in your Spirit sideboard?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Nah, maybe. Like if it's only for the thing, like we were talking about earlier with your sideboards, like you need to be super versatile in this format because you have to stop everything. You have to try to stop everything. And so like a lot of the times a sideboard card that stops one archetype just isn't very good. And so like
in most cases I feel like Spirit should be just fine.
Yeah.
It attacks high, it can beat Worm Coil Engine.
I think one of the reasons why it's the most popular deck right now in the meta is just because it's one of the only decks that is like that can go toes with everything. And the only other argument to that is humans. You know what I mean? Like humans will also be a deck that can go toes with anything. Right. But all right, so the championship, Tim versus Vivi.
Is this only 3 rounds?
It's only 9 players, I would assume. No? Oh wait, I guess maybe.
4. I think it'll be 4.
Huh? We always do 4, even if it's a low turnout. Oh, sick.
What, you didn't want to hang out anymore?
No, dude, I was down. I was just saying what my assumption was.
There we go. Now we got a timer. And let's wait for people to sit down so that I can update who's who.
Of course. You got to get all the work done.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of work.
I feel like I should have like an assistant that does all this for me.
Absolutely, man.
So
it should be remote, though.
So that all I have to do is talk?
Yeah, it's be entertaining and cool. Yeah.
I don't know about cool, but I think I can pull off entertaining.
Yeah. We just got to...
On a good day.
We gotta hire somebody to just do this.
Nah, we should grace them with our presence, and they should do it for free.
True. Just, any of you guys.
You. Yeah. I'm trying.
Any of you guys. We will pay in high fives and funny jokes.
And good vibes.
Tons of jokes and vibes. Yes. And magic knowledge, you know? Which is like a pretty important tool that you could receive, I think.
Okay, looks like they're getting shuffled up. We've got Tim and Vivi.
So this matchup is funny. KCI against Just Guy. Gotta have a Geist soon. Also, Spellquellers are really good against this in this matchup.
They definitely are. Yes.
But then again, like I've played games where I don't have the Queller and then I get KCI'd on turn 3 and I lose.
The question is I see a lot of these decks play Snapcaster mages.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever sacrifice? Like, do you ever have Rest in Peace in your in the sideboard of your Snapcaster deck? Is it worth it?
I think it's worth it against this degenerate deck for sure, but I don't think that those are things that people are slotting in.
Or do you play Surgical?
You play Surgical 100%.
But like you don't want like both.
Rest in Peace and Surgical? Not in your Snapcaster deck. But if you have a surgical, I have definitely surgical Snapcaster surgical some cards. 100%.
Right. That seems great.
Yeah.
But you don't think Rest in Peace is in the sideboard?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No. I don't think you can even play it in blue-white, and it's not really even that devastating in blue-white compared to, like, this deck. Yeah. But surgicals for sure. Like, I would play 2 or 3 in my Just Guy deck. Because how else are you going to be getting rid of, like, I don't know how we're going to stop this combo here. Stony Silence you can play, though, in your Snapcaster deck. Stony Silence sometimes gets the job done.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. So game 1, I feel like Vivi's heavily favored.
Yep.
I'm sure that Tim has negates
In the main.
in the side.
Yeah.
I don't know about main. Spell Pierce would also be pretty darn good.
Drew.
I don't know if those are going to be in the main though.
All right, let's see what we find here with this Ancient Stirrings.
Ancient Stirrings is a good card. It's going to find
Scrapperoo.
Trawler.
Scrappy the boy again. Play a basic island and play a Mox Opal.
Not tap white.
Can't tap that Mox Opal yet, but we can play a KCI next turn if we want. All right, let's see here. Tim untaps. Plays a basic island and passes. Okay, so let's see here. Do we go land KCI? Not looking like it.
Well, there would need to be another artifact.
That's true. Do we go Citadel KCI?
That would be something.
Doesn't look like it. We're going to play Scrap Trawler, though.
Yep. I think
And that turns this Mox Opal on to play another star.
Mm-hmm. And if I'm Tim, man, I probably would have just killed that Trawler right now. Just got rid of it.
Yeah.
Where it gets no value.
Only if Path. Because, I mean...
Path is great, but even a Lightning Bolt here would be fantastic. There was just no red source.
Sure. Every time I kill a Scrap Trawler, it doesn't feel great. Because odds are it's coming back. Nothing right now, right?
Later.
Nothing,
this is the
right
time.
now.
This is the time to kill it.
Sure.
You know, like when she was tapped out, no stars in the graveyard, no value to gain.
No, yeah, totally.
But it doesn't look like... I don't know what Tim has, because he's just played land go for the first 3 turns.
Yeah. We're shocking in Steam Vents, though, so... Let's see. Yeah, I mean, maybe we do just Lightning Bolt and Scrap Trawler, yep. You're right. No value. Oh, but now, yeah, now it's... See, now I don't like the play. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Why? Like,
because now we're Lightning Bolting, and she's gonna get a star back.
So this is essentially a draw. You know, it's. I mean, in a way, it's like Vivi got the card back.
Yep.
Not
as
necessarily
far as before, when you
Trawler.
killed it, it wouldn't have gotten any value. It would have just gone to the graveyard.
Don't get me wrong. From this point, I would have killed. I still would have killed the Trawler. I still would have done it. But I think I would have liked it a turn earlier.
Yep.
Okay, so here comes Inventor's Fair.
Yep, we're going to crack Inventor's Fair, get KCI.
More than likely.
And then die? If you're Tim? Probably.
Well, it depends what he has. I don't know his deck well enough to know how much counter magic.
A lot of cards in this hand, that's for sure.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything.
Yeah. Like 5 cards? 5 card? Yep, looks like it. Okay, so we're gonna get a Scrap Trawler then.
Yeah, I can see that.
Alright, probably gonna blast off a nice, good old-fashioned Serum Visions.
You gotta find stuff sometime. And keep both on top.
Whoa!
looks like he has the interaction that he wants. There's land number 4. And a pass. So this scrap trawler, I'm betting you this is just gonna get killed immediately.
100%.
If I'm Vivi, I'd probably. Oh, actually, she Moxopal cannot
Get back the other scrap. Oh yeah.
Oh no, I can again.
Oh yeah.
There's
There's
the
the.
My bad.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So are we going for KCI?
It looks like it.
Oh,
just the trawler. Here's
oh.
Yep, I like this a lot.
Now this is where, if I were Tim, I maybe would have saved that for a KCI.
No, I like this a lot.
Because now he's getting pressure down.
This is 2 scrap trawlers down.
True.
I mean, KCI doesn't do all the work. You need trawler.
Oh yeah, that is true.
And it's the other part of the puzzle, right?
Yeah, and Vibs, I don't think this spell queller's ever gonna die. That's for sure.
No, we've talked about
another Mox Opal. That's true.
She has an EE.
And there it is. Yep. Yeah, that's right. It was in her opener, I believe.
Yep, and it's on 3.
Okay, well,
something that would be pretty funny. Well, I guess this wouldn't be like amazing, but it would be pretty funny that when she cracks it on 3, Tim like lightning bolts his own spell queller.
Okay.
So the scrap trawler
dries. Yeah, that would be good.
That is that better? I don't know if that'd be better than just letting it happen and then killing.
I think we'd still get a scrap trawler anyways, right? Because there's one in the graveyard. But yeah,
scrap trawler can't get another scrap trawler, can it? I don't think so.
Oh, I thought it was just a target artifact.
It's mana cost less than the one that goes to the graveyard.
That's right. That's right. You're right. Lesser converted mana cost.
Lesser converted mana cost. Yeah. This is why E is so good in this deck. Is because it's 0.
No, yeah, that makes sense, right? You can always get your E.
Always get E. Always get Ballista.
Yep. The Beretta.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we blast this EE.
I don't necessarily think that now's the right time to do it. We'll see. Okay, so add a mana of some color. Let's draw a card. And choose a new star. Funny how that worked.
That's magic.
Yep, and just a pass. Yeah, I like this.
Yes, because I think maybe end step.
I don't think that Vivi's hand's very good. Like, I actually think that Tim's in a pretty good spot to take this.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing is Tim does have to manage the trawlers to the point where he can get like a Geist down or some threat to stick.
Well, we're just gonna go snap bolt to the face. Yep.
Really? To the face, really?
Yeah. This gets awkward because I think with the plan always was crack on end step.
His hand has to be amazing because that felt like a fill in the void type of play. Like I want to do something, so I'm gonna do this thing. Okay, so here goes the EE. This is gonna take care of Spell Queller, and we'll see Scrap Trawler get cast again. And yep, we're gonna Spell Queller it again.
Oh.
Back under you go.
Yeah, that was huge.
That really is huge.
That was huge.
Because this way the EE never gets back to Vivi's hand.
Yep.
All right. What do we have now? We're gonna cantrip a little bit. Yep, it looks like
Mind Stone.
Yeah, let's use the Dark Steel.
Okay,
No way, Trawler 3. Oh, that's so obnoxious.
Oh, you have Path. Looks like it.
You have Path? He has Path.
What's going on here? Okay.
Yep, we're gonna activate
to get the EE we can get the EE back.
Yep.
This is modern at its finest right here.
Trawler's so good. Trawler's so good in this deck.
Trawler is amazing.
So now this next turn, Vivi will be able to play and crack this EE to kill Spell Queller.
Get
But
another scrap.
Tim's feeling so good. 3 scrap trawlers down if he can protect this.
And I have a hard time believing that he doesn't have another removal spell in his hand or a Snapcaster Mage, right? So even if this scrap trawler does come down, like in response to KCI, we can just path?
Maybe. There's still a Mind Stone to get the EE back again. Alright.
That's true.
Tim's hand is full, hasn't drawn a land in a turn or two. There's a Buried Ruin. That matters. So Buried Ruin alone can get the scrap trawler in the graveyard back.
Yep.
And we've got EE. This is on 3.
That's a pretty big one. So I'm wondering if Tim has like a Cryptic Command here. Resolves.
I would have counted this like crazy.
So here it comes.
Tim has named his deck a mid-range deck. It implies to me that there's not a ton of counter magic.
Sure.
Spell Quellers and Geists and Snapcasters and probably a couple Planeswalkers.
Yeah.
That's very mid-rangey.
Definitely.
Exhaust your resources. Been with my dumb guys.
100%, man. So did we...
You can't cast both of those, Tim. Is he just showing her? Like, hey, okay, yeah, she does scoop it up. Yep, so double Lightning Helix. He would have to stagger those because he had a basic island.
Yeah.
But he does get there. Vivi doesn't think she can win in the next turn, so let's jump over. We've got this is Tyler B on Hollow One. And he's playing against our Infect player.
Oh,
wow,
yeah.
That's been our bracket, huh?
Straight at the top, Hollow One, Infect, Jeskai, KCI. Tyler looks like he's having a little bit more fun than he was previously.
We finally get to see the Crusader. Where the heck was that last round?
I don't know. He's gonna eat these. Oh well, he can't even eat a Flameblade Adept.
No, he can't block Flame Blade.
Yeah.
Not without a friend.
Yeah. He's got all this protection, and he still can't even. This is looking pretty grim for this guy. Oh.
Boston defense and a concede.
Okay,
Not sure
yeah,
what game
makes
that
sense.
was, but Tyler's got at least a game. I feel like Jacob's deck's gotta be able to win faster. He has no interaction.
Yeah.
So,
And that's the thing about the other Infect version is like it's so quick sometimes.
Mhm.
Just immediately get there.
Okay, so this matchup I feel like favors Tim after Cyber.
Definitely.
It's got to, like, the interaction that comes in is going to be much more relevant towards dealing with an artifact.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that Vivi's got negates of her own. We've seen those.
Yeah, that's true.
I would assume that'll be a thing.
I think that the Stony Silence has definitely got to come in. I'm sure Tim's playing Stony Silence.
Stony Silence plus Surgical. I think that those are
good.
Are amazing cards against this deck if you know how to use them.
Yep.
And I don't think that Vivi has any. Like, I mean, this is the mid range deck that she's fighting against. How many mid range decks do you know that get beaten by one card?
Right.
Okay, this is what I like about playing mid range in Modern right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are good decks against mid range, but honestly, there's no like good way to board against them aside from a hard to kill creature.
Yeah.
Or something that like Geist or whatever. Something that's like a little kind of dodges their answers.
Yeah. I think that Geist is so good in so many matchups.
I think so too.
So I like the fact that and we've seen this deck before, like there were versions of this deck that were playing Spell Queller and Geist. And
Jeskai Counterburn, or whatever you want to call it.
Before the days of Teferi, that was really the version of Jeskai that you were seeing.
I've seen this deck go in and out of the format as a good deck multiple times.
Definitely.
Kind of similar to Jund, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Where like mid-range, sometimes Modern has a home for mid-range, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
When Tron is big, it tends to not be a deck.
Totally.
Because, man, mid-range decks cannot
beat a Karn on turn 3 a lot of the time.
So, no, it can usually beat the first Karn.
Yeah.
But what if there's any threat after it, the game's over.
Yeah. In my luck, they always slam Ugin. There's always Ugins. Like, the only card that beats Spirits for the most part in Tron is Ugin, and it
seems like a good one to get.
They always have it.
Yeah.
And they aren't even, most of the time, the deck lists aren't even playing more than 2. It's crazy, man. That's just Tron.
I don't think I've ever met somebody as frustrated with Tron as I am.
I'm salty about Tron, dude. I'm always salty about Tron.
And what's funny is I don't even think that Tron's like an amazing deck in the format. It's just that like the decks that I play happen to be just terrible
just
against
fold
it.
to Tron, yeah, man. No, I think most people salt about Tron. You're one of 2 people in the world of Modern. You're either pro Tron or not pro Tron. And
I'm not.
Yeah, me neither, man. 100%.
I'm not. It's obnoxious.
It's so obnoxious.
I think one of the biggest reasons that I've had a problem with it though is the amount of times that I've lost and been helpless.
Oh yeah.
Okay, completely helpless against a player who is playing the deck for the first time.
Sure.
And is playing terribly.
Sure.
But it doesn't matter because the deck is incredibly forgiving in the matchup.
100%. I mean, it doesn't really take a lot of talent to play 3 lands and then Karn.
Yes, I mean you're right, but at the same time, I think the difference between a good Tron player and a bad one is
significant. No, 100%. I think that's just the case with like any player, like with certain decks.
It's a deck with a high ceiling for new players.
Yeah, I think so.
It's easy to understand for new players, but you play something big. It doesn't really matter what you do with the big thing; it's going to do something good.
Yeah, right. Exactly, and if it's coming earlier than anything else, then you definitely.
I mean, Vivi played Tron for a long time, and then I'm kind of surprised to see her move to KCI because she just went from count to 7, cast a big thing to a very complex, tons of activations deck. The decks are not like you might think they're somewhat similar because they both have stars and spheres, but they're not. They're not similar. They have ancient
stirrings too. Yeah,
but still, they're not similar decks.
No, man. There's a lot of thought process that goes into KCI. 100%. There's just a lot of lines and
tons, and it's really easy to find the not the best line.
Totally.
So
compared to Tron, like it's kind of
right.
You play Karn.
You play Karn.
That's all you do.
You play turn 3.
Yeah.
You do this now. It's easy.
And if we're offending anybody that plays Tron, we don't care. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think the Tron player, they're probably loving this.
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
All right, we've got a turn 1 Dark Steel Citadel into a star, and then a Celestial Colonnade. Turn 2, a land and a pass.
Okay, so this looks like turn 3 KCI territory. We have a noble. There's a KCI in the hand.
Oh, I see negate. Yeah, I was gonna say
maybe that did look like KCI.
You have to remember that when you board being a focused combo deck like Vivi's deck, you are taking away from your strategy to account for what your opponent's gonna do. Okay. And seeing negate in her hand, seeing Europe or Aether Grid.
Yeah.
These are not usually the plan, and. If I'm Tim, I mean,
Aether Grid's awesome here.
Aether Grid's good.
It's awesome here.
So
here's the Mox Opal.
Yeah, this can't tap for mana, but I mean, it can if we see like an EE on 0. I don't think she wants to do that though.
No,
I think you just wait. There's no reason to cast something else.
Yeah, if she does go EE on 0, she can at least.
Nope, she puts EE
burn
on
some
0.
damage. She can get some damage through with this grid. That's kind of weird,
might
though.
Actually be the goal.
Yeah, just winning with Aether Grid.
What So Tim could have something like a detention sphere. The other thing is I'm sure Tim is playing Teferi. We haven't seen Teferi, but that is an answer to Garrett Aether.
Yep.
However, we know that Vivi has a negate in her hand.
That's true.
And as long as she can cast a couple derpy artifacts, continue the beats that way, make sure she gets enough artifacts in play so that she can kill. There we go. Wow.
So the thing about this is,
okay,
it like we're like Vivian. Obviously now she has to just bank on Aether Grid 100% compared to before. It was kind of just like a game plan. Like now she can still win through a Stony Silence.
This took her off of 2 mana.
That's true. That's true.
Those can deal a damage.
Yeah,
but they can't tap for mana. So
that's a good
point. So now Vivi's stuck with only enough artifacts to deal 1 damage a turn. You think that's ever gonna win?
Yeah, probably not. No. And here's a Gideon.
Okay, here's a Gideon.
Oh, we can just plus up on this grid.
Oh man, so we'll see a response, and there'll be a damage thrown at Gideon. Okay. This is so over already. This is a complete beating.
It's pretty done, especially with no no Nature's Claim for this Stony Silence, and there's another Darksteel Citadel. The things are looking grim.
So she can still ping Gideon a couple times in between here.
Eventually, she is going to be able to take him down, I think.
Yes, she will.
Yeah.
But this takes so much pressure off of his life total.
Definitely.
And like Teferi is gonna tuck this Aether Grid when it happens.
It's giving him a lot of time to just do nothing, which is exactly what you want to do with this deck, right? Is nothing.
Yes. No, I know she has negate. I know she can deal with 1 Teferi, but
oh, that's true. And I think she knows about that, so she's not really playing anything else. She knows that she's gonna have to negate something.
Yeah. What's Tim's plan though? Because he needs to be able to either A, deal with the Aether Grid, or B, play something that the Aether Grid can't deal with.
Yeah.
And she is 2 artifacts away from being able to deal with Spell Quellers.
True.
And Spell Queller, if it gets in a couple hits, Vivi doesn't care. So I think by the time she's nervous about Spell Queller damage, she'll be able to deal with it.
I think that so she's gonna upkeep on this Gideon.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Which makes sense.
The right thing to do.
Yep. And now Tim really wants to find a Geist here. Like if he can find a Geist, he might be able to race.
Geist would be absolutely insane. The other thing is just playing a bunch of lands. I think Colonnade outraces
Aether Grid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 to 2 a turn.
Yeah. Well, then he's just got to make sure that Vivi doesn't drop a bunch of just meaningless artifacts on him.
We haven't seen it from her.
Well, there's another land, so technically she has 4 mana here.
No, we're just gonna pass. Keep in mind, like Helix is still so good too.
Totally. Especially through this Aether Grid, like Helix is just it takes back so many turns.
All right, here's a Snapcaster.
So we're getting aggressive here.
Well, yes. So threatening 2 damage. Yeah. It's just gonna get pinged. But yeah,
6 damage. What else was he doing? I guess.
I don't know. I don't think Helix was ever gonna, or Lightning Bolt was ever gonna do anything.
True.
Vivi cannot find artifacts.
Yeah, well, I'm wondering if she's really nervous about something, so she's holding her negate.
Holding her negate's easy.
Just 2 mana.
The only thing I could see is she's prioritizing negate over a trawler.
Yeah.
Because you can't do both at the moment.
True.
Alright, 4 mana.
Cryptic Command.
What are we doing with this? We're going to bounce Garrett per Aether Grid. Okay. And draw. Yep, she's going to let that happen.
Yeah.
So, I think Vivi's going to try to cast this again. And then, back to nature. Destroying all enchantments. This gets rid of Stony Silence. And now...
Negate backup.
Now this next turn she's gonna try to resolve the Gear Prather Grid again, and she should be able to negate whatever tries to stop it. Brad the Fae, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that.
Rate of the Fae, the boy. Huh. So
leaving both cards on top. I think there was a land. I think that's a card that's being searched. He must have a Teferi. The fifth land has to matter, right? So here
really
is
wants
Seer
it.
Visions. I'm gonna take that card that was described at the top, and we're gonna go
now we're
double
scrying
bottom.
both to the bottom.
That's weird. Did he keep both top? I swear he kept both top, and then the card. Wouldn't he have gone one card deeper? That's interesting.
I don't know what happened.
Maybe I missed something. But
so does Vivi just go KCI here and try to win? You got to get Trawler.
This is totally Spell Queller. That's.
Oh yeah.
Totally. I can't imagine it being anything else.
100%, man. You're right. And so, can she maybe try to bait something out here? Maybe like a scrap Trawler? She's going to go for the KCI.
I am not afraid of KCI at all on this board state. I would let it resolve so fast.
Is that right? And then just worry about the scrap Trawler then? You can still kind of cycle. KCI is so terrifying, man. It is the scariest card. A lot of the times, if you can get a KCI out, like even
this feels like a bait spell to me.
Yeah,
like this is what I would be like. I don't know. What do I do about this?
So the thing is you got to let this resolve because, I mean,
if it's a Spell Queller, I think
no.
That's
what I'm saying. I was saying you have to Spell Queller this because now if he does have Spell Quellers, like
it's just gonna die. Yeah. Well, no, she's still 2 artifacts off. She's still 2 artifacts off.
Oh yeah, that's true. So maybe Tim's thinking about that.
Okay, so he's definitely set up some lands on top of his library.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is he willing to just throw Teferi out there? If he's got 2, I expect him to throw one out. But if it were me, I swear I'd start attacking the colony.
Yeah.
Or wait.
It's tough to go shields down.
Engineered Explosives doesn't kill colony, right? It does not land. Correct? I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, it's got to be non-land.
Yeah. Not something I don't play with Engineered Explosives very much.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain.
All right, Ancient Stirrings is one heck of a card here. That's gonna get an Acre Wellspring.
Wellspring's gonna
find.
I mean, it's gonna draw a card and deal damage.
Yep.
Or come closer to dealing the damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one more artifact, and I actually think that Vivi's put herself in a great spot.
Yeah. And there's Sphere.
Here it is.
So now we just pass and just chill and ping for 3 each turn. It's kind of crazy because, like, if you have a KCI, like, you gotta go for it, right? Even if they have a counter.
Not right here. She's winning. Like, look at it this way. Her pinging right now, it's winning the game.
Mm-hmm.
He's holding up a bunch of open mana. Why do anything other than just ping her?
True.
Right now.
Yeah.
If I'm her, I just pass the turn.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Keep my negate up. Keep all my pings up, and let's see what you do.
Yeah, I think keeping the negate up is probably a big thing you want to focus on.
Yeah, she's kept it up all game, and I do think that Tim's clued into that. That she's had like a full hand, plenty of mana to cast her stuff, and just hasn't done anything.
Right.
So once again, we're gonna see what seems like Tim just doing something because he wants it to be doing something. This is gonna be a cryptic command.
So are we gonna bounce the Aether Grid
and draw?
And draw, I guess. Again, yeah.
Yes. that is good.
It's not horrible. Your Snapcaster gets pinged, but
It was always going to.
that's true. He's gonna take 2, I guess. Oh, so she wants to.
Yep, leaving up
still
negate.
leave the negate mana up. Yeah.
Yeah, if the tell wasn't there before, it definitely is now.
Mm-hmm.
She could have pinged, and she decides not to keep the mana up. I'm telling you, man, I just be attack. I would have been attacking with colonies like turns ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's correct. I don't know if it's correct, but okay. All right. Is this
So you can't negate this, I don't think.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the emblem. And now what? Do we have another cryptic?
Can we get rid of this Aether Grid, right? Because if we can...
No, I would get it negated. I think she knows
that's true.
The way she's going to win is with this Aether Grid right now.
Yeah. She's been chilling on that negate.
This is a PCG.
Yeah, it's at the front.
Moving in.
Got to remove that cryptic command. Okay, so now
and this was the thing. This was the thing is negate doesn't get this. So I like this play from Tim. This is definitely the thing to do. There was no bait spell. He's just like, yep, I know what needs to come in here.
Mm-hmm.
And there aren't enough artifacts to kill a spell caller this turn. So
we have to play the Aether Grid.
If she plays the Aether Grid, then
so we can't even kill it this turn, like you said. We have to play the Aether Grid and then untap to even be able to get the Queller.
Yeah, you're right. Tim has a lot of damage. In fact, Tim might have to have
two turn clock.
Double lightning bolt. No. Yeah.
If he has a lightning bolt, then he wins.
He has.
Oh
10,
no, he'll be
has
at
10.
1. She'll be on 1.
Okay, so 3 artifacts are up. 4 artifacts are up. Okay.
Still can't kill the Queller yet.
Cannot kill the Queller.
This is such an awkward spot for Tim, though.
It is. Yeah, it's funny.
What a game, man! What a crazy game.
All right.
It's your boy.
How's it going, Admiral? Welcome, man. Welcome. You jumped into an interesting game, that is for sure.
This is interesting.
Keep in mind, Vivi still has the negate. She's done such a good job prioritizing what matters and what doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm Tim, I'm not gonna uptick on the Garrett for Aether Grid. I'm hitting for 4.
Yeah.
You have the emblem. That should be enough to save you. Well, no. If she goes off,
she doesn't care about the emblem.
Yeah, you don't care about the emblem.
But
at all.
She's gonna have to go off, right? So do you want to swing in here, get 6 damage in, and then have lethal on board next turn?
I think she goes off this next turn. I don't know what Tim could do.
No, you're right, because the spell caller's dead next turn.
Yeah, and negate will be up next turn. So
true.
What? Okay, so here is Teferi.
Oh well, if we have Teferi, life's a different story, man.
Yeah,
because now we can tuck the Aether Grid.
We can tuck the Aether Grid.
And now that Queller lives. Oh, but we aren't doing that.
Nope.
We're just firing up a colonnade. So 4, 8, 9, 10, take Viv to 4. No, which actually might be a good line because she doesn't have enough artifacts. 1, 2, 3.
He did not activate Gideon.
Okay.
Weird. Okay. I did not like that at all. That I really think that should have been an attack.
Yeah, because this Gideon's gonna die.
I didn't do anything.
So
now it dies on her upkeep, on his upkeep.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He was dead in either way, right?
Yeah.
And if he swung, he would have lethal with a colonnade this next turn. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, she would still have 4 damage to be able to kill him. The colonnade. So.
She can't kill both Gideon and Spellcaller unless she goes off this turn.
Yeah, I think that if she plays this Scrap Crawler, then she just kills the Spell Queller, right?
Oh, I hope this.
Because that's game.
It sure feels like game.
Even if Tim has removal.
If Tim has another Spell Queller, and when she goes to kill Spell Queller on the stack when Casey is trying to come back in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is going to finish off Gideon.
Yep, it's going to finish off Gideon, and then she is... That's what we were just asking ourselves. We don't know. We were thinking it was...
I think it says
non-land. That's what we were thinking, yeah.
Non-land permanent.
Yeah.
Yep.
So even if it becomes a creature.
EE cannot crack to kill. What's your question, Terry?
What do you want, Terry?
I feel like he would have asked the question already if it was.
Yeah, he's gonna be a smarty pants. I can read this guy from a mile away.
Yeah,
he's gonna be a smarty pants, but it's okay. Let him have his fun.
Okay. So there are not enough artifacts in play. There's only 5, so Spellcaller cannot be killed at the moment. This is gonna tuck Aether Grid. There's the negate.
There's the negate. I think she was waiting for that to ferry the entire time. She was really nervous about it.
Yes, we have to spell.
This grown man wearing jerseys kind of like cosplay. I pretty similar.
I own like what 5 jerseys.
Yeah.
So I don't know about cosplay.
Yeah, I think that like cosplay is a little bit. You take like a little bit more time and stuff, you know. But as far as like representing that you enjoy something, sure, man. It's a hot dog, a sandwich, or a taco. I think it's a sandwich, man.
Look at that. Brian resubbed. Right here on the stream.
Right in front of all of us.
Yep, and he even got his star into the Plinko dish. That's amazing.
Proud of you, Brian. Thanks, mate.
Bryce, I'm pretty sure it's whatever you want to call it at the time. Whatever makes you feel better about yourself in the moment, that's what you should call it.
It's both, huh? So what are other examples of things that are both?
I think a square is a square and a rectangle.
That's true. This riveting conversation is getting in the way of our look what Terry did. Terry's trying to distract us from this great.
I actually think that Spell Queller locked the game up. Did it?
Wait, what happened?
Is a Spell Queller just took Ancient
Stirrings, and we tucked the Aether Grid, so now we can't get rid of these Spell Quellers.
Can she dig deep enough to get the Aether Grid back? Well, why the Ancient Stirrings? Why not see what they get? Because wouldn't the Ancient Stirrings have gone past the Aether Grid?
Would it have found the Aether Grid? Oh, it would have. Yeah, you're right.
It would have.
He wouldn't have been able to get the Aether Grid
here,
or Viv wouldn't be able to.
And this is where Tim made his mistake. So once the trawler came into play, EE was able to do its thing and sack back and forth, getting both Quellers. This leaves her with the win. Should be the win.
No, yeah, this game's over now because she was able to get the EE off, got both the KCI and the something else back. Triple scrappy.
If this isn't game, then I don't know what is.
And now things are going to get interesting. This is game 2. Game 2.
She battled through a lot, I'll say that much. She beat a Stony Silence. She beat multiple...
This deck is resilient, man. Mm-hmm. It really is.
I mean, this is the problem with Tim not, you know, pushing damage. I think he should have done it a lot sooner. I don't know that I don't think Vivi could have gone off earlier either. So the second he could activate Colonnade and play Spell Queller, I think he should have been attacking. Which yeah. I think he had the opportunity to do it one time, which may have been enough to win.
Yeah, that's a good point, man.
Because he missed the attack with Gideon too.
Yes.
So.
No, yeah, you're right, man, because I was saying that there was plenty of time for him to attack with that Colonnade before Vivi was able to get that Aether Grid with 4 artifacts, or with 8 artifacts to be able to deal 4 damage.
Yep. Yeah, now she's showing, look at all the cool things that I get to do.
Now I get to get 3 cards back. Lots of things.
Look how much mana's.
All of the manas.
He stepped out. I'm not really sure why he's playing it out, but I guess we'll watch her do her thing. She's
she's gonna try to tell him.
And she's like, "Look, see all this mana I have? I'm gonna use this to spellbomb you a lot."
Well, she's got 3 minutes.
Looks like these guys just finished up.
Wow.
Not sure who won there, but yeah, every time I have Tim on camera, we draw. Just saying.
Really?
He plays control decks and he never finishes his rounds.
Timothy.
I know, we need to have a word with him. I don't know if I like Gideon. Like it looked kind of silly at first, but it still gives Garrett or Aether Grid a chance to move.
Yeah.
And I don't like, what else are you naming? Like, I feel like it's like a 3-mana 4/4 in this deck. That's all it is.
I don't really like it. It doesn't stop the combo at all, right? You know?
Yeah,
and so yeah.
It doesn't really prevent any damage from being dealt. I'm not a huge fan. Maybe he just needs those 3-drop threats to come down and start chipping away at the life total. But
he needs a Geist, like, immediately.
I don't think, like, okay, Geist obviously looks good in this matchup, but like more as a counterspell than a creature. EE can handle that stuff.
True, that's true, man.
And just get it back.
That's most definitely correct, man.
Okay. So we've got,
well, let's see.
Flooded Strand and a pass. Here's a land and a chromatic sphere. And we do the thing that we do in Modern where we crack our fetch at end
for
steps.
1,000. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which I'm still getting used to.
Oh, right, yeah. Because in Legacy, you just never crack your fetches.
You crack your fetch when you want to use mana.
Yeah. Yep. You gotta save them precious life points in Modern, man. Gotta save them. Can't be. You don't have the luxury of just cracking.
It just feels like you're just doing something for no reason. You know, you're just like I'm gonna crack this fetch and go get a land, and people are like, why?
Well, because 2 damage is sometimes a deal. Like, it's sometimes a big deal.
I know.
That's funny, man.
It just feels wrong.
Whenever I play Legacy, I'm always like cracking fetches at stupid times all the time.
You just go get a land and people are like, so you're not going to use it? No.
Yeah. Yeah, you crack the fetch to shuffle. I mean, like on the first turn, right? In Modern though, you know, because like in Legacy, you're cracking fetches when you need the mana.
Benjamin Barry gets it. You crack fetches to shuffle. That's what like after you shuffle.
No, that's true, man.
Yeah.
That's 100% accurate.
Yeah, I know, Ray of the Fae. I know this is Modern. I know this isn't Legacy, but our Legacy tournaments are on Tuesday. So you'll have to go check those out.
Okay, well, I don't know if either of these guys are going to be able to win in 5 minutes. I don't think that's something that exists.
Maybe not. Our timer has started over. I don't know why it started over. We're at time, definitely. We're pretty close to it. Our timer isn't exactly the same as the outside one. Mm-hmm. It'll be pretty darn close, though. So I assume we'll see a die go out onto the table once we hit turns.
I think I overheard him saying 5 minutes.
Yeah. When it was like, what, a 2 minute on our clock?
Yeah, exactly.
So they only have a couple more minutes.
Mm-hmm. Either way, with 5 minutes, like unless Vivi
5 minutes.
KCI soon.
5 minutes says either KCI wins or it's a draw. That's what it says.
True. 100%.
And Tim's got to know that, so he's probably playing the I'm going to prevent everything you can possibly.
Yeah, at least give him my best try.
Mm-hmm. You don't play fetches in Modern? Okay.
You don't need to. If you're playing like goblins.
Do what your heart tells you to do.
Well, here's Stony Silence.
Yep, it looks like we're going to crack. I imagine both of these are going to get activated.
Most likely.
This is a strong, strong play from Tim to prevent a victory.
Yep.
Okay, there's the nature screen. Okay.
Oh.
No. He's like, no, I want this.
He's like, draw. We need the draw.
Counter unless you pay 2.
No 2. Stony lands.
I always felt like Logic Knot was a little weird in Snapcaster decks too.
It's been strange. Good.
Yeah, it looks great.
It's been good. I mean, a lot of the times you can get those fetches, right?
Yeah.
The only way I have to shuffle is when gifts resolves. So that makes sense.
And she had Back to Nature. So bye bye Stony.
Going to untap. Wait, this is on her turn. No, yeah, that was on her turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leave some options open over there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tim is interacting well. I definitely don't think that Vivi can go off this next turn. I might be wrong. Actually,
if she untaps and plays KCI,
if she has KCI and Scrap Trawler,
I think, if she has both, she has to have both of them in her hand. It's definitely happened to me before.
Don't think she does though. I see a Mer Retriever.
Okay.
And an EE.
Is that a KCI that she's moving to the front? I don't think so.
That's Scrap Trawler.
Well, you can't really play Scrap Trawler or Mirror Retriever because they're just going to get bopped by Chandra.
Yeah, that might be fine though. I think that's fine. If I'm Tim, I'm definitely killing this.
Okay, well, it looks like we are, but
never mind.
Not in the way that we were thinking.
Yep, this is way better.
Yeah, that is very good.
That was such a good draw.
Yeah, because if she would have been able to get something if Chandra downticked. Mm-hmm. That makes me think that he has even more removal in his hand.
I think so too.
Yeah.
He wants Chandra ticking up.
To try to win, right? You could maybe win.
We're not in turns yet.
Doesn't look like it.
Or at least we haven't seen any indication that they are in turns.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think Chandra's ult could actually win the game if she doesn't do anything about it.
Yeah, well, there's KCI off the top. So
she does have a lot of mana. She does have an EE. Can she EE on 4?
Doesn't look like it, right? Oh, yeah. Oh,
no,
blue, green, red. We need a Mox Opal to be able to EE on 4.
Oh, she had a sphere to get the 4th color. She cracked the sphere.
Oh, word.
And he's going Spell Queller, and she's going, really? Yeah, Vivi did it wrong. She should have tapped colorless mana into this.
Yeah. Because if she would have, then you couldn't have quelled this. Because the converted mana cost would have been 5.
I think she's going to learn her lesson on this one.
Yeah.
Well, colorless mana doesn't do anything for the Sunburst.
No, but it makes the spell converted mana cost 5, which is uncounterable by Spell Queller.
Exactly.
You know what? I am surprised that Vivi made that mistake.
I am surprised as well.
I'm a little bit surprised because I know that she knows how that interaction works 100%.
Yeah, she's
paid 5 mana for Spell Quellers that I've played. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty certain.
Yeah.
Like.
All right, and we've got Nick Wellspring.
Okay, well here's the thing. Like, once again, if we can get a KCI off, there's hope. There's hope left. There's hope left for us.
Hopefully.
Take it up.
All right, what are we gonna find? A land. That's gonna deal
2 damage.
Spell Queller is gonna get in for 2, and if nothing happens to this Chandra, Tim just needs to cast 2 spells and the game's over.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it deals 3 damage, right? With each
5.
spell? Oh my goodness gracious.
5.
That's ridiculous.
It is insane.
My gosh.
Yep.
Well, then it's definitely over. Especially if one of those spells is a bolt. Or a draw spell to draw something else.
They both have to be
I think
he'll
that
have
she's
one
going to
draw,
go for
2 of them
KCI
will
here.
spells.
Amethyst, Spirit of Resistance, sure.
Yeah, and Thalia.
Well, she lands the KCI.
Yeah.
Okay. What are we going to do here?
She's only got 2 cards in hand?
Yeah. And I don't think either of them... One's a Mirror Retriever. Remember, right?
Yes. She has to pass. Okay, now we're
going now we're on turn 2. I don't think she passed, did she? She's thinking about it. Yep, she did.
Wow, they played quickly, and they actually have gotten to the point where we might find a winner.
He has to win right here, though.
You can find another one. How is she had she gained a life off of Inventor's Fair. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, so we still get the attack by Queller, and are there 2 cards to cast? Okay, there's a land, so both of these would have to be castable spells.
Oh wait, he gets another turn. This is turn 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
So yeah, he can definitely win.
Has she been missing Inventor's Fair triggers? Well, she remembered that one. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been paying too much attention.
I'm not entirely certain.
To Inventor's Fair.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's what we were talking about with this deck. There's so much going on, man.
So much going on.
It's tough. Okay, well, he did not ulti. He ticked up.
Doesn't she ult at 7? I could have
sworn 8?
She has 7.
What?
So he has to have realized that he couldn't win then.
Maybe he's just got 2 lands in his hand.
Did we just see like back-to-back pumps or punts? Sorry. Did we?
He's got 3 cards. Are they all lands?
Here comes spell. This is gonna go find the scrap trawler.
And does that mean she wins? Because you can sack a.
Tim has 3 cards.
Oh.
I don't know about win, but there's a decent chance. Because there could be a Logic Knot, a Snapcaster for a Logic Knot.
Sure. Maybe that's why he didn't ulti.
Cryptic. I would have ulted.
That's what I would have thought too, right?
He cast the Serum Visions. He didn't even deal 2.
Well, he revealed it off of the top.
That's what I mean. Yeah. He decided to cast it.
Yeah, that is weird, man.
All right, here's the trawler.
If he would have dealt 2.
What's it gonna be, Tim?
Is there another Queller? You can't let this resolve. looks like it may have resolved. Does he just have blanks in his hand?
There's not a ton to sack yet. There's
actually true. She needs like a star or something.
There is a world where this isn't enough. Having these two, she has 2 good artifacts to sack.
Yep. So now she's got 2 mana, and here's the retriever. So now we can start sacking retriever though. Okay, so in response, Tim is gonna path. So in response, Vivi sacks.
Yep.
So she's floating. This is just mirror retriever. Costs 3 or 2.
Okay. This was a huge. Was this a big misstep? No, I don't know.
By Tim or?
Yeah, I don't know.
Pathing in response.
Well, the thing is no. The retriever just gets to sack and go get the trawler again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, or there's just another trawler.
I think that it was just because that's the problem with this deck, right? Is like even if you have spot removal like that, if there's a KCI already on the battlefield, then like they'll just sack it to itself, so it's not going to get exiled, which makes things awkward. Oh, here's a Wellspring.
I think this is it.
I think this is it as well.
I don't think Tim has it.
Draw a card. Sack to KCI. Draw another card.
See, I think. No, there's no way he has it because the fact that he didn't ult Chandra meant that he didn't have 2 spells in hand.
Yeah.
And then so he plussed and got the Serum Visions.
Yep.
I don't think he has anything.
I don't think so either.
1 spell max. This is it.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way that he's coming back from here.
Yeah, this should be plenty.
I think she's just explaining it to him now.
Yeah. It's like, hey, I'm going to do a lot of things.
Yeah, there are going to be many, many things that are going on here.
And you may not understand all the things that I'm doing.
There's all weird rules, and
there is one thing that you do need to understand.
You are
dead.
That is your deck. You are no longer living or playing this game.
You're out. My friend.
You are a dead person.
Vivi has played so well. Like aside from that one EE play, and obviously she's been able to rally back from that. The deck seems to be pretty forgiving with Tim's slow clock.
Yeah. It's kind of like 2 games in a row that we just saw where it was just like,
well, Tim can't kill. You know, like his. We never saw Geist, and I feel like
we didn't see Geist.
I feel like that was the card that was going to make this a winnable matchup for him or not.
Mm-hmm. Something
that can put a clock on him.
Yep.
Or on Vivi, sorry.
Yeah.
And he never really found that. No. Spellqueller is way too slow.
Yeah.
Celestial Colonnade comes way too late.
Yep. And I mean, like, they dirtled. Both of them dirtled for a minute. Like, so there was time for a Guys to Saint Trap to chill.
Yep, she's like, okay, so I'm gonna get infinite mana.
Yep. So one of them was a Dispel, and another one was a land. What a game!
Dispel in this matchup?
It has no hits, I believe.
Negate.
And maybe he saw the negate in game 2, so he was probably a little scared.
You don't in Dispel for a negate. Do you?
Awkward.
No. All right, Vivi gets this one.
Good win. I'll be right back.
That was a great match.
That was good. Go to the bathroom.
I don't know who told him he could go to the bathroom. Nobody even gave him permission.
Stream, just to let you know.
All right, come back, hang out with us for a minute. I'm pretty sure that was the last going game, so we should get our 4th round up and started very, very soon, which should be our last round. As far as I know, we'll have 4. Yep, looks that way. We're already getting started. So, 40. Man, we missed out on a couple of the decks that we had in the room. We never saw our Bant Spirits deck or our Humans deck. Or the Mardu Pyromancer or Wizards. We just saw the same 6 decks. It's kind of how the tournament ended up. Kind of a low turnout due to the holidays, I'm sure. Everyone wants to get out of Utah sometime. I guess they chose this weekend. So we'll have KCI versus Hollow One, and Ad Nauseam versus our Jeskai Control. Or Jeskai Midrange, or whatever you want to call it. Let's see if they're sitting down yet. Doesn't seem so. Okay. Round 4. So I think we only have the one undefeated player, which is Vivi, and then we saw Tyler Banks lose in round 1 to Ad Nauseam, and now he'll be against Vivi in the last round. I don't know if I've seen that matchup too much. Hollow One versus KCI. Okay. Tim versus Tyler. I think we'll watch this one first. On that one. All right. Got everything set up. I don't have my co-pilot, so I'm getting set up. Nobody's talking about stuff. It's the worst. Yeah, I like this KCI deck is just impressive for the people who play it. It reminds me a little bit of just kind of the skill cap and the reps that you need of if you're playing like Lantern Control. You just have to know the ins and outs, how much mana you need to do what, and it does have this ability to be resilient because it's able to draw so many cards off of the spheres and the stars and the Ichor Wellsprings. Everything kind of cycles, so even if they push you off of something and you need to draw to something, you have the ability to do that. Stony Silence definitely stops her, but it hasn't. Nope.
I don't know the code.
Wow.
I don't know the code.
Unbelievable.
I know, man. A duel to the death. Final round.
Yep. So we've got Hollow One and KCI. And then
This looks really good for KCI.
On our backup table, yeah, I think so too.
We got Ad Nauseam and Jeskai.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this backup table. I mean, this it's another one of those situations for Hollow One where like
this is
you
a race.
aren't too fast. You got to be fast.
Hollow One is not a faster deck than KCI.
Not at all.
And its interaction is just low enough that.
Oh yeah, like Viv's gonna be able to do whatever she wants.
Yes.
So if she has a banger hand like KCI on 3 or 4, like. But there are draws that once again Hollow One can do.
If Hollow One has a fast hand and has a lightning bolt to save for the first trawler, then I could see a world where they outrace.
Okay, I hear that. Yeah, I can agree with that for sure. Especially if the scrap trawler isn't getting much value before it's dying.
Right.
Then yeah. But once again, if you had to ask me who was favored,
yeah, I'd say Vivi's favored. Yeah. I do think that Hollow One plays ley lines in the sideboard though, which is pretty brutal.
100%.
But we've seen how easy it is for them to get a 4-color Sunburst.
And what we've seen even more than that is Nature's Claim.
Nature's Claim.
You know what I mean? Like just Nature's Claim.
Yeah.
And also Back to Nature 2 gives another out. So I mean, we've seen KCI multiple times tonight battle through hate.
Yeah, and I was saying right before you walked in is this deck, everything's a cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when your opponent locks you off of something, you sit there and draw until you find the answer.
Exactly.
And that does make Vivi's sideboard really powerful.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the deck is so resilient.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very good. It's got just tons of opportunities to just get through everything, you know? It's got a very narrow plan, but it's got a much easier way of accomplishing that plan through hate than a lot of other combo decks, and definitely a lot of other decks that are, like, artifact heavy. Because if you think back to, like, Lantern Control, like, sometimes Lantern Control couldn't get there.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, they played Nature's Claims in the sideboard as well, so...
Well, she's on a mulligan. That's...
Looks like she's mulliganing again.
Yeah, and I cannot imagine that this deck mulligans well.
No. Well, yeah, I
you want the redraws. You want as many artifacts as you can get.
And with less cards means less cards for Mox Opals. It means less cards for just getting that KCI out earlier, which is really the big goal, right? If you can slam it as early as possible, especially against a deck with no interaction. So if Hollow One can squeak through this,
I do think that with a mold of 5, I would say that Tyler is now
favored. I think so.
I do. I think so.
And then if you
Vivi would need a gorgeous hand.
Sure.
To beat a good hand.
Yeah.
From Tyler.
I think so. Especially because it looks like Tyler's hand's not too bad here.
Yeah, and Vivi's on the play. So she has one less card.
Yep.
All right. What do we got, Tyler?
Okay.
How many cards can we discard?
Foothills and
Nothing.
Pass.
That was
Crack for green. Do we have a Stirrings here? We do have a Stirrings off the top.
Okay. That was a scry. Right?
Yeah. I think she scried into.
You think she scried bottom?
No. Okay. You're right. Well, she drew for turn. That was turn 2, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right.
Well, she didn't draw on the first one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So she scried to top and then drew the Ancient Stirrings.
And then Tyler's going to do that whole fetch at end step thing.
Uh-huh.
That
Modern special.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked about that.
Mm.
How it can be the right play in one place, and then it's just a terrible play in another.
Gotta love it, man. In one world, with Jace, you are not cracking a lot of fetches, but you're still cracking a fetch on turn 1 at the end step, even if you're playing Jace in your deck. That's
weird. Who does that?
So it looks like EE, Mirror Retriever, and another unknown.
I think it's another EE. No, it's another EE. 2 EEs.
Okay.
That's something.
She's going to be able to kill this Adept, which is pretty good.
Yeah. Does she have another land? I don't think she does.
She doesn't. She's going to try to bank a land with this Ichor Wellspring.
Yep.
And she hopefully, if she can hit here, doesn't look like she did. Yeah, now things get awkward.
Yeah, real awkward. She had the opportunity to play. Well, no, she can still play it on 1. If she draws a land, she can EE on 1. and kill this, but this is going to get one good hit in.
Yeah.
And I imagine it's going to be a good hit, too.
Yeah, I also imagine that we're going to see a hollow one or something like that come in here.
There's a hollow one in hand.
Bolt the face.
Bolt face.
Here comes a goblin of Tassiger. Oink doinky pig.
That's a sweet name.
Thank you for following, mate. Tassiger's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we just need to get more cards onto the board, right? We apply pressure. Okay, there's a Terrarion. How many Terrarions does the deck play? It's not very many.
A few. 2, 3 maybe.
Okay.
EE on 1.
I feel like it's like the worst one.
Yeah. It's not great. Coming in tapped kind of... I think it's the best for what they have the access to. Flame Wake.
Wow,
so here's 7, 8.
This is not the discard game that we usually see
6.
from Hollow One. This is
try to slam creatures in race.
This is just being an aggro deck.
Yep. So
crack the Terrarion.
For 2.
So 2 mana floating.
God, I don't think she drew. Oh, is that a Darksteel Citadel? Yep. Okay. So we just could crack.
Flame a Retriever to block the Tassiger and hope to live.
Feels bad.
Does feel bad.
Technically, no lethal on board right now, unless there's a discard
She
spell.
used the 2 to kill the Flame Blade Adept.
Now we get a Sphere. So if
Flame Wake, Phoenix, or Bloodghast, or Lightning Bolt wins the game. I don't think any of those are in the hand. So
no.
Oh, there's a Goblin Lore. Okay.
So we'll see. Yeah, you had to kill that Adept right there, or else you were dead.
Yeah, there's either that or play out the Retriever.
The Retriever to block. Phoenix, then that's it. Oh, that's the Goblin Lore, though, buddy.
Yeah, this one.
There you go.
Yep, that's
Yep, there you go. Okay, well.
Wow, just a bunch of lands.
That was horrible for KCI.
Yeah, that was real bad. I mean, I did say I don't think this deck mulligans well, and did it?
No,
not particularly.
Definitely
All right,
not.
Oh man, this is
double sideboarding.
This is the story of my life right here.
Goodness.
I don't know if you guys know this, but you can only be between games if the people next to you are between games. That's actually how it works.
I think they wait.
Yeah.
Some of them probably wait, right? They're like, oh, I won't
they
finish
take
my
extra
game
long
until...
turns.
Exactly.
They're like, oh, you guys about done? Oh,
Yep.
Okay. Lethal you?
Exactly. Just
right,
to troll the stream.
Let's shuffle.
Just to troll the stream. So, okay, so these ley lines are coming in here. Claims and... I'm sure Claim and Back to Nature come in for Viv.
Where are we? We are in Draper, Utah. It is just south of Salt Lake City.
The good old Utah.
Mm-hmm. We play lots of Modern and Legacy at this store. So you're welcome to join us. Tuesday is Legacy and Thursday is Modern.
Yeah.
We've usually got a couple people here. We've been doing this a little while.
Yeah, definitely.
We just barely started picking up Modern, though. As far as streaming.
On
stream, yeah. We've been doing Legacy for a little over a year now. It's hard transitioning.
Modern getting its chance to shine.
Mm-hmm.
Its chance. It's time in the limelight.
You think it deserved that chance?
100%. It's the best format, Kyr.
Oh.
We don't want to have this argument on stream, though, man.
I don't think my argument is what you think it is.
I I was just I just troll Terry with that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, Terry will get all butthurt about it.
Well, Terry gets butthurt about 98% of things. So
that's true.
He's a really easy guy to just get wound up a little bit.
Yeah, you just say words and it tends to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't even matter what you say. He gets a little
excuse
yelly.
me?
He gets a little yelly, But
Hold on, now I have a point to make.
Okay. Yeah, right.
That's how he is.
Yeah, he's very.
Now that something's been said,
I imagine that conversations with him are kind of like a fencing match,
Mm-hmm.
where he just waits for you to strike and then he responds, Probably plays a lot of force of will in Legacy, Terry.
Yep.
Yeah.
How did you know?
Well,
because you've seen him play Legacy.
I actually have never watched the guy play Magic ever.
Oh, really?
No.
He's talented.
That's what I hear. He constantly criticizes me on all my plays, so he's got to be good.
As
right?
he should.
That's what people should do, If
we're Magic players. We don't take criticism. We only give it.
Oh, that's good, man.
I just made fun of everybody and nobody.
Everybody at one time,
yep.
Collectively on the stream.
Yep.
We're definitely a specific breed of people.
Yes,
that's for sure.
That is true.
Well, here's the thing. Like I was saying earlier, if Hollow One can squeak the game one, and then land a ley line with a good hand,
she's mulliganing, right? Or are we just still shuffling?
I think we're still just shuffling up.
Okay. I mean, there are 2 games for Vivi to not find the right hand, and if she keeps something suboptimal and Tyler has an extremely explosive hand, we've seen Tyler kill on turn 3.
True.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So I think most times KCI wants to kill on turn 3 and turn 4.
Yep.
Those are that's kind of the plan.
True.
And if Tyler can kill on turn 3 when Vivi has a slightly suboptimal, not the perfect hand,
out of this world, but still above average.
Right.
Yeah. Well, both players are keeping 7.
Okay. That is not the turn 1 that you want.
Yeah.
But it's there. It's something.
It's a guy. It's a thing.
We've got a Flame Blade Adept.
And here's an Adept.
Yep. Do you just crack this and kill the Adept? Probably. Actually, that seems pretty good.
I don't hate it. We might have a turn 2 play here, like a Wellspring or ooh, she could EE on one as well.
I'd kill. She goes, yeah, I'll take one.
Yeah.
Yep. If there's no more damage coming across, then you don't need to kill.
I think that Tyler bricked on a land. He kept a 1-lander. So Vivi's not even gonna kill the Adept.
Okay.
Wellspring. I think she was thinking about it, but because Tyler missed the land, she's like, "Oh, I'm over it."
Yeah.
And there's no land again, but here's another Adept. So now this engineered explosives in Vivi's hand is gonna look hilarious.
Oh yeah, it's the game's gonna end.
Yeah.
Right here, right now. Well.
Yeah. Well, of course. Oh,
okay.
Look at these tricks.
Yep, Nature's Claim my own Ichor Wellspring. Let's gain 4 life and draw a card. That seems great.
Okay.
And now we EE and
win.
And jingle all the way.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
Yep. EE on 1. You can have a life. You can have 1.
You got it.
Your turn.
No land again off the top.
Oh, you're attacking? Yeah, I'll take 2. Okay. Anything else?
Nope. You want to play another Adept? Bolt my face. Okay.
Main phase? Lightning bolt? Okay. Alright. Yep.
Sure.
I guess.
Okay, well. Here's a KCI. Nope. Wellspring.
Yeah, I'd play to the board a little bit.
Yeah, I think so too. Wellspring.
Okay. Yeah, I like this way more.
Because now, if we play KCI,
we go off.
Yeah.
If there's a
there's a land.
Well. Okay.
Goblin Lore? Yeah. All right, let's see here.
I love this Hollow One deck.
I think it's fun.
Not because it's super complex or hard to play, because that's not how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
it is super entertaining.
Totally. The way that I feel about Hollow One is it's a deck that should not work. But it works all the time.
It totally does.
It works all the time. And it's incredible. Oh, that's not...
Yep.
Oh, well,
okay, here's my Hollow One.
Would there be a number 2? No.
Okay, so the Flame Blade Adept and 2 Blood Gas stayed in the hand. Oh,
Yeah.
Is that 3 Blood Gas?
I thought I saw multiple Blood
Wow, what
Gas.
a terrible Goblin Lore.
Okay, so here's the thing here. Do we have a... yeah, so Vivi has a Darksteel Citadel. So if we sack for 2 and sack the... And we play a Scrap Trawler here off of mana with the Citadel. Okay. Draw a card.
So here's something to mention.
Mm-hmm.
Vivi does not need to kill this turn. Like,
no.
She has all the time in the world to win this game. And she's like, yeah, but I'm going to win anyway.
I think, I was going to say, yeah, like, I think that it is something that's going to happen regardless.
She's going to do her best. I think she can win. This is what's kind of obnoxious about this kind of a strategy. Is like, gosh. It's not clear yet. So you have to sit there and watch them do it for a minute.
Yeah, and the problem is that like a lot of people aren't familiar with it, and so they'll sit and let you do it until
you can demonstrate a loop.
Yes, exactly. And that's fair, man. I mean, people want to play Magic. Mm. Like if it were me and I saw like a star or like this game's over. I would have already. Yeah, this game is done.
I think I would have conceded the second she played the
Trawler came in.
No, the Retriever.
Okay, yeah, sure. Because now that you have both, I mean, and I think she's kind of explaining that to where like she'll play, she'll get it back. Yeah. Well, that was a greedy hand for Tyler to keep. A 1-lander with no looting or nothing like that.
Honestly, I hope he watches this back and realizes that just because you're up a game doesn't mean you can keep
bad hands.
A terrible hand. That was like I don't mean to be like rude or anything, but you gotta get punished for stuff like that. That hand was never meant.
Yeah, I think what he was thinking was that he had a Goblin Lore, and so he was hoping that he could hit the second land.
If he had a Burning Inquiry, if he had a Faithless Looting, that's a different story. That is a keep with one of those cards, but I don't think you can. You have mulliganing is a luxury. You know what I mean? Like if it's just not there, take your mulligan. You're gonna regret it if you don't most times.
Yeah.
Sometimes the top of your deck will bail you out. From playing as much as I've played, it doesn't usually happen.
Totally.
Take your mulligans.
Yeah, I think that kind of similar to KCI. I don't know if Hollow One mulligans hold like really well either.
No, I think it's way better. Way better.
Well, way better for sure. But
yeah. Are you? They only need 2 things in their hand to go correctly. I feel like they could probably like mold a 4 Faithless Looting, get 1 Hollow One into play, and
figure it out. Fine. Yeah. I hear that.
And be like, okay, KCI, you have to kill me before turn 5. You know.
Sure.
And there are going to be times where KCI just doesn't. You know, they loot or they cantrip and they cantrip and they cantrip and they just never find.
No, yeah, you're right. Okay, well, Tyler's going to be on the play here. Looks like both players are keeping their hands.
All right, dropping down to 18, and we've got a Flame Blade Adept.
Yep.
Great start.
Yep.
Absolutely wonderful start. We need to be aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we're going to beat this deck.
That's true. All right, star coming in.
And we got the lure. Okay, we've got lure. We know that there's a Hollow One in hand. So if that one doesn't get discarded, we will have a 4/4.
And we're swinging for 3 here, or for 4.
4.
Which feels good.
All right, you got 3 cards. Hollow One got hit. Yeah. Wow, nice pick, Vivi.
That was good.
You see that strategy there?
That was just straight see through the cards.
Yeah, picking the card that mattered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you do that, you win. You're gonna win all the time.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Because that would have been big, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like it would have been big if he would have been able to get that down.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Tyler still has a great hand, and he's going to be able to put out a lot of pressure in the next 2 turns.
Mm-hmm.
But that might have been like taking that 4 damage off of her clock could be enough for her to win.
Because here's a scrap trawler, and if she has a KCI in hand, then like the game's done for the most part.
It could, yeah.
And this is why this deck is so scary, man. Is just because like this is going to be Viv's turn 3.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Here comes Grimmack Angler. Or Tassiger.
Either way, like, yeah, so the funny thing is that so if Viv untaps and wins, then that hollow one being discarded doesn't even matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he wasn't gonna have enough damage anyway.
But let's see if she has it. So she gains
and she gets a life off of Infantry's Fair.
Mm-hmm. I have to imagine that she has it, but maybe she doesn't. Nope. It looks like she does, and it looks like this is done-a-roni.
Let's get
sack
rid
the
of,
Mox.
Get rid of the Opal. There's 2 mana.
Sack the Wellspring for... oh, no, yeah, okay. Oh, off the top, Trawler.
Now you sack the Wellspring and get the star back.
Yep.
Or the Mox.
Yep.
Yeah.
Draw. Yep. Mm-hmm. It is very unlikely that she doesn't get there here. Just being able to loop the Mox is something that's huge. Oh. Maybe I'm a crazy man.
She whipped. I mean, the chances of her going off this next turn is really good, but wow, that's if I'm in Tyler's spot, I'm going.
Needed.
Just an attack for 5. That's it. We can't find a burning inquiry. Anything. No goblin lore. Not even a land. Just a bunch of creatures in hand.
Mm-hmm. Now at this point, there's no way she can't get there, right?
Her hand might just be a lot of land.
That could be true.
Like if she whiffed because her hand is full of land, then nothing's changed.
Yeah. You're right, man. I swear I saw a second retriever, though. Okay, float, sack, 3 mana floating. Okay, another Mox.
Play a new one. Does she have enough mana to get the buried ruin going? Can she sack? Can she sack Clan Ironworks to get like Ichor Wellspring back, and then use buried ruins to get Clan Ironworks back?
I think what she's trying to do is she's going to look for another. Oh, so if she looks for a Ichor Wellspring here, Retriever. And that makes sense.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. Okay, she has the 2 mana to cast it.
Yeah, so you sack the Opal.
What?
So sack the Opal to play the Retriever. And then there's still 2 open mana.
Yeah, plus you're gonna let your Retriever die. I feel like she should be able to make it happen, but
she's hesitating, so I don't really know if she has it.
Well, she needs to try to win now.
Yes.
Because if a Burning Inquiry or a Goblin Lore,
it's just game over.
Come off the top, I think that's lethal. In fact, if a Faithless Looting comes off the top, it's lethal.
Yep.
So there are a lot of cards in Tyler's deck that say I win.
Here. Yeah.
It is
she's trying to think through it.
However, as long as she keeps these 2 creatures up, she might be okay.
I'm just having a hard time believing she's not going to be able to cast something here and then just start going. Because she has 3 open mana, so I mean, like with the Retriever and the Scrap Trawler, like if we could just cast something and get into the graveyard, we're in business, right? It's like 2 mana, 3 mana.
Does she have a loop? Okay, so here goes. There you go.
I don't think quite yet, but maybe I'm wrong.
Did she have 2 mana floating that we
So she no, I don't believe so. So she sacks the. That's the weird thing about this deck is the way that this stack works as far as between these creatures. So she's able to sack the Mirror Retriever and the Scrap Trawler, and then pay for the Buried Ruin, right? But still be able to Inventor's Fair or Buried Ruin. Okay. And that makes sense. She's able to generate enough mana to be able to place to be able to get one back. 4 mana, 1 mana. Sack for 2 to get Mox Opal back. I think Mox Opal is also an important part of this plan here.
It definitely is.
Green. Up to 4 floating, or 5 floating mana.
Down to 3.
Yeah, now we're in biz. Because here comes this. Here comes the Ickerwell Spring. Or Terrarian.
And now we're back where we were, but with more pieces.
Yep, exactly.
So you should be able,
She was able to piece that together.
She's like, yep, and there's the loop. And there, we got it.
And there's the game.
Wow.
Took a little bit of thinking.
All right, let's check out what's going on over here.
Oh my goodness.
So Vivi going 4-0 tonight with
Congrats to the Viv. Nice work.
KCI.
This game looks
Clovis, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that.
This game looks like it
looks like Tim's been controlling some things.
Looks like
this is the classic like control really just stomps down
100%.
on combo.
Oh yeah. At least this kind of combo.
This
for sure. Spell-based combo, absolutely, man.
Yeah, it's the worst against permanent based, isn't it?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's worse. I would just say that like it's way better against spell-based combo, right?
Well, okay, so Tyler's leading with a silence, which means he would like to go off.
He's probably gonna want to give it his best try.
So we see a spell queller to say no.
Here's a pact.
Pact the spell queller.
So does Tim have a dispel? Because I think you're right. I think that if this silence goes off, then it's done.
Yeah,
right?
it should be over.
Yeah.
You don't cast silence when you can't kill.
Yeah.
He's got 17 life too. He can even add nods for value.
Mm-hmm.
So we see Tim go into the tank.
I know. I wonder. So I wonder if he has like multiple counter spells and he's trying to save one for ad nauseum. But if Tyler fired off this,
honestly, well, Tim can't counter both this and ad nauseum. So even if this spell queller resolves on silence at this point, Tim would be tapped out. I really do think that Tyler's going to be able to cast ad nauseum this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh look, Tyler does have a basic swamp in his deck.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Not that it's going to matter too much in this matchup, but
Basic plains, basic island, basic swamp. I'm sure.
probably.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has a basic island. He might.
You think it's Logic Knot? That makes sense. And if it's Logic Knot, he can't cast it right now, especially with those.
He only has
blooms
He only has 4 cards in his graveyard, and there's 2 Lotus Blooms sitting over there.
Yeah.
That card's just terrible right now.
Yeah.
The maximum X can be is 5. I think he'd pay. What do you think?
Yeah, he probably would just tap some mana for that, definitely.
And Tyler,
I'm thinking that he might have a Dispel.
Tyler can pay for pack too, so
Definitely.
I wonder what he's thinking. Like, he's thinking about this for a while.
I know. So if he has a Dispel plus Logic Knot, even then, kind of like we were saying, like there's
Cast out.
Spicy.
Took him a
spicy card in this deck,
I mean,
mate.
it's a good card. It's a great card.
It's good. Yeah, I don't know. I think that if this... Okay. So now Tim can Logic Knot X6?
I mean, you let this happen, right?
Absolutely.
There's no reason to fire off Adnaz now. Just let him do his thing. See.
Well, I think does he?
He's cracking a fetch right now.
Right, but what I'm saying is, wait, what's happening? Oh, here's the stack. Yeah. Okay. So in response to the fetch trigger.
No, don't cast Ad Nauseam now. Wait. Angel's Grace. Oh, it shuts down the stack.
Why is that?
Because it's split second. Okay, so what this does is because it has split second, it shuts the stack down so that Tim can't respond anymore. So even
can Tim respond to the Angel's Grace? Can he dispel the Angel's Grace? He could have, right?
No, it has split second. You can't counter a split second card. I don't think it works that way. Yeah, you can't put Adnaz on the stack.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So, I'm gonna figure out what's going on here. Interesting. So the fetch resolves after Angel's Grace resolves. And now I was going to say, I don't know if the fetch
I think he can still respond with ad nauseum to the fetch trigger. Nothing but triggers can happen during split-second casting. Right, but if the spell resolves, next comes the fetch trigger that's still on the stack. And so ad nauseum can be responded to the fetch trigger before the land comes in, right?
The stack is hard.
Yeah, right? Because I was going to say, like, I don't think that...
Yes,
because Tim was getting the land, and I was like, "Whoa, wait a second."
Yeah, he was doing that while I was telling them, and I'm going like. Finally, he got it, and we were like, "No, put it back. That's that hasn't happened yet."
Yeah, because I think like Ben was saying, like Logic Knot is definitely a thing.
Okay, Lightning Bolt doesn't do much.
This game's over now.
It should be. I mean, Angel's Grace is resolved, so. He can draw his deck.
Ad nauseam resolves before the fetch. Stack is hard, man. All right. Well, Adnau's put up a pretty good fight tonight.
Yeah, it really did. I actually think Adnaz is a great meta call. Like not necessarily in like a specific store's meta, but like I feel like that's what the deck is it is a meta call. You like when it seems good, you run it and it does real well.
Sure.
And when it seems bad, you don't touch that deck.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying now. As far as like when to bring it out is a meta call.
It can never be tier 1. You know, it's always gonna be like
depending
a little
on what
lower.
The format's doing. Mm-hmm. I agree.
Exactly. Man. All right, so that's actually gonna end things up, and we're.
Good night.
We're done.
That was a good night we had. We had some fun rounds.
Yeah.
We watched KCI, Dumpster. We watched Adnaz get a little bit of money. And, yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Are they... They're not gearing up for another game, are they?
I don't know. They shook hands. I think they're taking outside birds. Maybe I'm crazy.
Now I'm confused.
Maybe it was just a nervous handshake. That happens sometimes.
You think so?
You never know.
They're still shuffling. I don't know. I'm like prepared to say goodnight.
Is that a Grave Titan? Grave Titan out of the side?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, they're side for it. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate you joining us. So just a couple of reminders. We do have a Legacy every Tuesday and Modern every Thursday, which is the stream that you're watching right now. And then on the 29th, we're having our Heroes League Team Constructed event. This is where throughout the year people have qualified for this event.
Yeah, an event specific to the shop here at Paragon, where we're running some special tournaments. And if you can qualify for the big tournament is coming up this weekend, right?
Yes. I get to play.
Awesome.
I qualify.
That's great.
I don't know how that happened,
but
sick. I'm
Who are we gonna have on stream? Terry and
no, I think it's Bryce and Brian. Question mark. It might be Terry. No, Terry's playing in it too. Yeah.
All right, he's playing standard. He was just complaining about that.
Yeah. So we'll have our Heroes League on Saturday, and then
a 24-hour stream coming up here.
Catch up with us during the New Year's weekend. We've got our Legacy 1K tournament, which was awesome last year. Definitely come and hang out with us. And then following that, we usually take a little break and come back for a 24-hour stream where we party.
Shenanigans and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one.